jacket over here.
Get the out of here. Yeah, I know you look.
Gonna get your hands off.
Really?
Put your finger in. No, she ain't by herself, man. She ain't by herself, my man. No, I call.
Turns out he's not doing well at all. Here's the reason why.
I'm not doing so good.
No?
My grandma just passed.
I'm sorry.
I was like,
It's really sad to hear about it. Now, he brings along a ring that belonged to his grandmother. He wants to pawn this. How sweet, right? However, it turns out that the ring is fake, which surprises the customer. He starts getting rude with Ashley, which escalates into a heated argument. Then he demands his ring back, and not only that, he insists on being helped by another employee because he's annoyed with Ashley. And guess what happens next?
Put your finger in my face. Don't put your finger in.
Yep, that's how he ended up there. Crazy, isn't it? This customer's behavior became even more disrespectful. Just to prove that Ashley was completely wrong and useless, scared for his life.
It's Robert. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Dennis. Yeah, I got an item here. Might be interested in.
Okay, so there's a guy coming into the pawn shop with something in his hand, maybe a poster. But what's it for? He came to Seth and the other man and showed them this poster. Now it feels like they're interested in it and there might be a handsome deal between them.
Detroit Lions players had signed.
Did you drag it in?
So during the flood, I seen it down there, and that's when I pulled it out. She went down there and she supported these people, and while she was walking the picket line, she would gather signature.
You got Williams over here.
That's what, Steve Bacchus? This is the first time a guy actually brought in, and I just got on the picket line because I'm on strike right now myself. We've been on strike for almost 3 months now. $1,000.
He started describing the poster that's mainly about the protest of people in history, and it's got lots of signs of well-known people and has got a lot of worth. He explained everything in one go and demanded a heavy amount for it as it was really valuable to him. Seth told him that it's got some stains on it, and it's no doubt the same poster of historical strike, which made it worthy, but for him it might make a lot of difference.
Hate the condition of it.
I understand, and I
You gotta understand when it comes down to collectors, everything is about condition.
Absolutely. And I'm sure if your dad saw this, jump on the heartbeat.
Seth and the man explained that it's not about the worth that he's asking for, in terms of thousands of dollars, but it's also about the condition of the poster, and it's not in a very good one. The man is continuously arguing that it's got signs all over it. If Les has seen it, that he'll definitely be surprised and definitely pay more than $1,000. Well, as for Les, he just came in.
Sharper. They need to make an effort to close these deals quickly.
Through my research in that, I seen personally that one just like this Minto, and he got $950 for it.
Right, man. So if that was mint, why would you want $1,000 for this?
He only had one signature. I have at least a dozen.
But with this tear up here, and the condition it's in, the water stain on the bottom, it's just a hard thing to sell.
Yeah, but even though it's in this condition, how many of it exist? Very rare.
And it's uncertified.
Right.
You know.
I'll sell for $5.
Les judged the entire piece and told him that he's asking for too much, and later on they further described that it's torn from the top and the bottom, and it's also got damage and they can't pay more for it. But he still won't agree to pay for it. But he did say that he'd charge $500 off of the amount, but they couldn't reduce it any further.
Value? Let's make a deal. $75?
No way.
Who's gonna buy it from you?
I'll just put it back in my basement, let it collect dust.
Offering you just $100 cash money right now wouldn't make a difference, you're saying?
200.
Nobody in life is ever gonna offer you more than us.
According to Seth, it's a historical and cool piece and might be a profitable deal for them. So he asked the man if they'll pay $750 for it. But the man was stunned and said that they're paying too little. He said that you should pay more, but Les is arguing that no one can pay you more than this.
You change your mind, we'll honor the 100.
Which would you prefer, 520s or a $100 bill?
520 seems like more, wouldn't it?
520s.
That's to me.
520s right now. 100 hours. Take it or leave it.
520s.
Got a deal.
$100.
Thank you. All right, man.
Thank you.
There's no question. It's a one-of-a-kind piece yet. It's a little bit of damage on it, but it's got a lot of autographs. I know we're going to make a profit.
He asked for $200, but no, it's not going to be a good deal, and they told him to leave. The man in need got a severe shock and held up the poster thinking. Les again said that they can't pay more than $100, and after some time of quietness, they agreed to the deal. Finally, the happy deal.
Fake diamond. In this wild pawn shop showdown, two characters storm in like a tornado, armed with an attorney and a demand for $900. The seller, caught off guard, awkwardly requests a card while the attorney seems more like a background dancer in a chaotic legal dance. It's a scene where negotiations are more like a comedy sketch, leaving everyone wondering if they stumbled into a legal circus.
I got my lawyer with me. This is wrong.
Show me your card.
I don't have a card with me.
It's my attorney.
Customer unveils a questionable earring, claiming it turned his ear into a rainbow. The seller, armed with skepticism and a keen eye, dissects the earring, declaring it a fake diamond disaster.
So what do you want to do today? You want me
Can
to
I get
figure
my money
out?
back?
You want me to figure out why your ear's turning a different color?
Is that a real diamond?
Enter the legal cavalry. The customer brandishes a lawyer in the name of mismatched receipts and the ear that turned technicolor. It's a jewelry malfunction turned legal circus, and the pawn shop is now the stage for hilarious gemstone saga.
This is not the correct earring for the receipt.
Chaos ensues as the customer brandishes a jewelry store receipt like a wizard spell. The attorney, a sidekick in this legal circus, demands a refund for the rebellious earring. The seller, caught in the crossfire, faces threats of escorting and leg knocking, all while insisting they won't budge. It's a legal showdown where the only guarantee is a laugh-out-loud twist around every shiny corner of the pawn shop arena.
The earring does not match the description.
What you mean? So you saying now I just brought an earring in?
The customer, armed with a kaleidoscope ear and a refund demand, insists the seller turn around and walk that butt out the door. The seller, invoking a hint of pawn shop diplomacy, proposes a negotiation dance, but warns, keep your butt back there. Cue the dramatic soundtrack, and it's a comedy in motion. An evil woman anthem echoing through the pawn shop arena.
Get out.
Yeah, took my money. You sold me a gold earring.
Golden State Warrior ring.
I just got engaged, and I heard you had a 75 Golden State Warriors ring, and I was thinking that would be perfect for my fiance.
This man came into the shop to buy something, which is odd because most people come into the shop to sell something. This man, on the other hand, was interested in Rick's 1975 Golden State Warriors ring, but Rick was unable to but laugh at this.
Rocco, will you grab me that ring?
Sure.
That is a brave man that would give his fiance a championship ring.
Even though Rick keeps on laughing, asking why the man is giving a ring like this to his fiancée, we understand that the buyer isn't pleased with Rick's antics.
So what I did was I brought pictures of another 75 Golden State Warriors ring.
The buyer produced photos of another Golden State Warriors ring and attempted to match them, which they did. Then he asked if it was a genuine diamond and if Rick had checked it. Rick told him that the stone was genuine.
Perfect. Have you tested the diamond?
Oh, yeah, it's a real diamond.
It's a real diamond, okay.
The buyer then proceeded to use his own tester to determine whether or not the diamond was genuine, as he was a collector and dealer of sports memorabilia himself. But as he went to test the diamond, it didn't pass.
It's not testing.
That's because you have a really cheap tester.
So Rick stepped in with his own tester, which of course revealed that the diamond was genuine. Even though Rick was irritated by the whole thing, he chose to be courteous to the man.
First fine on mine.
Okay, I will trust that.
The buyer requested for the amount after the ring had been tested, which Rick believed to be $11,500. The purchaser, on the opposite hand, had a budget of $5,000.
Any
11 grand, that's what I can do.
That's your bottom line?
Yeah,
Okay.
best price.
Because Rick refused to go any lower than $11,000, the buyer was forced to leave the business unhappy and empty-handed.
I didn't think he was going to go 5,500, but I thought, he'd work with me a little bit, but he seemed like he wanted to punch me in the...
Conversation starts normally enough. You might even call it pleasant.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
The intent behind the customer's visit to the shop is adorable, but the valuation of her gadget is high. It's worth less than $500 to Ashley. How much would she be willing to give to the devoted girlfriend?
Oh, I should give her, yes. This is a pad that I should barely get like 500 for it.
I need a laptop. This has happened before. I'm waiting for 20 minutes and Roddy doesn't show up to get this laptop, like if he's on break or if he's gone. The manager that I asked didn't come get the laptop, so I'll just...
Leslie decides to fire Justin since his actions breached his trust.
You broke my trust. And because of that, Justin, you're fired. I don't know if Justin did steal anything, but you can't have people that you don't trust.
This attends to a very strange customer who walks into the shop with an imaginary companion. A man walks into the shop with hopes of trading in his faulty phone for another.
Hey, what's up, dog?
How you doing?
Well, I just got this phone that I bought here like 2-3 days ago, and that...
Did you download a camera function?
No, it clearly got a camera. Why would I have to download it?
Just asking.
The customer reveals he didn't bring a receipt with him. A very fatal mistake.
Receipt.
Just get me enough. That's all I'm asking for.
As soon as you give me that receipt, I can see what I can do for you.
So
Clearly, I have
you
to tell
need to
you
fix this
that
or...
without the receipt, there's nothing I can do for you. And getting
somebody.
Rich tries to turn the man away. However, he remains unrelenting.
Let's go. Yeah, you did, cuz.
What kind of phone is it?
It's an iPhone, clearly.
Yeah, but we haven't had one of those out for sale since I've been here in 6 months.
I mean, I just seen you in 2 weeks.
The customer tried to point out the employee who sold him the phone. However, he outed himself as a liar when he made mention of a time frame different from the one he called out earlier.
Buy that from us.
Yes, I clearly did.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming on over here. You can go back to selling that computer.
No, hold on.
No. Don't touch him and let him go.
Man, you and your mohawk, shut the hell up.
My mohawk doesn't talk.
I talked to the manager or somebody.
The goatee is the manager, and he's telling you to either give me a receipt or get the hell.
Without any evidence to back the man's claim, Rich asks him to take his lead.
These phones right here, what about that one right there? Did that one work?
Pull the things up over your ears a little because you clearly can't hear me.
There, it's off. Phone work. It's a simple question. Does phone work?
You know what? Can you go show him how it works? Take a picture out in the parking lot.
Having had enough of his rude countenance, Rich asks for help in kicking the man out.
Okay, just don't touch me then. I'm gonna be back. I'm coming for my money. Clear?
Send me a picture of the receipt from your phone.
The man and his girlfriend meet Seth with the hopes of making a trade.
He told me he spent $1,000.
They're not real.
They're not real.
No.
The man tries to stop his girlfriend from trading in the earrings he got for her so he can... The woman accuses Ashley of selling a fake item to her.
Hi. How you doing? Good, how are you?
I asked for a chinchilla scarf.
Yeah.
And you sold me a rabbit. This look like chinchilla to you?
How much did you spend? Do you remember that?
I know I spent the grip.
Grip.
Ashley tries to get a handle on the situation at hand.
Okay. How do you know it's rabbit?
I guess my girl told me. She threw it back at me and told me this ain't chinchilla, this is rabbit.
After the customer revealed how she came to the conclusion that the item was a fake, Ashley denies having sold the item to her.
I didn't sell you this.
You sold me this.
Do you have your receipt?
I don't have a receipt. It's in your...
The receipt's in my...
To confirm if she really bought the item from the shop, Ashley asks for a receipt. However, the woman maintains a confrontational stance.
You sold me this for real. I ain't leaving here until I get money back. That is Bub's money right there.
Ashley could only stare in shock as the woman put out her argument.
Yes. Look at it. It's flat through there. Look at that. Ain't nothing chinchilla about it. I want my money now. Take that home if you want to, but I want my money, that's all.
That was nice on you.
Well,
Byron tried to escort the woman out of the shop before the situation got worse.
man, I spent good money over this bit. Why you so violent, girl? Go on up out of here. Try to be nice to you.
Now you're gonna leave it?
You wear that.
Two ladies walk into the shop, heading over to the redemption section of the shop to reclaim a ring they'd allegedly bought. Les decides to head over to confront the woman who had taken to harassing his employee when she failed to...
I wanna hear it! I can get loud just like you and make a scene if you want. Or you can act like a lady. The customer is always right. It's time to go. Up yours. I want to see you walk outside. Come on.
Rude customers making unreasonable demands. Pretty violent women who can't keep their hands to themselves, and silly delusional customers who are more trouble than ever. These are the times the staff at the American Jewelry and Loan have had to deal with kids.
Because your sign is saying that I can get 30 days of free cash.
If you're a new customer with us, first 30 days, you can get interest-free loan. You only pay $1 for storage.
But it's saying if I brought a friend with me that I can get 30 days of free cash.
It's for an interest-free loan.
Okay, so there came a woman at the counter. Let's see what she's gonna come up with. Is she asking for free money? I think she might possibly be mad, though it is kind of funny that she's got enough courage to come up and ask for money without investing anything. Now, the lady at the counter frowned and asked her if she paid or not. Intriguingly, she hasn't paid anything, but she's still asking for money. Holy shit, what's wrong with some people?
You're just misreading it.
No, you're misreading it. That's not what the y'all sign is saying, bitch. It says I get free cash for 30 days in this month.
You're not getting no free cash.
Where does it say that?
Who told you we're getting that?
You did.
I'm not talking to you. I need my cash. I need my cash. It says it right here. Free cash.
Oh, and to make matters worse, she started shouting at her. Everyone around started looking at her, wondering what the hell was going on. Seth and Les get a little furious as everybody's just standing around trying to figure out what's going on. She started bullying her, but the lady tried to explain to her again that she misunderstood the agreement and they're not just gonna give her free cash. But this lady's just not listening to anybody. Well, Seth then enters, so who knows what's gonna happen now.
I brought my friend with me.
If you get a loan and you refer a friend, you can get 30 days, interest free. That doesn't mean we're just gonna hand you cash. What do you have to pawn?
Come on now, you don't have to talk.
Don't scream it. Can you read? Read what it says. I can read. I can read.
People was waiting to get her.
You don't have to pawn.
Shut the
Les entered and asked her whether she read the whole document or not, and she was not listening and constantly arguing and pointing to them as if they had done something wrong. Meanwhile, other women decided to intrude, and oh my god, it's gonna be funny. Looks like they've all decided to have a fight in the pawn shop. Wonder how that's all gonna end. And it looks like Les is gonna join in too.
The other woman that just jumps in the middle.
You gotta get in that you gotta go. Leave me on the lawn, bitch. No, bitch. Leave me on the lawn, bitch. I'm from the way, bitch.
All you need to do is read.
Now see the other women get in and start shouting at her as everybody behind her was waiting for her to get out of the queue. So they started fighting, and now they're all having an immense fight. Everybody around is watching and laughing at them. Well, the guard had to go and break everything up. Well, at least they're all gonna get treated the same way, especially the one who created the mess. Pretty sure they're gonna hold him up and throw him out. And there they go, they're still shouting and fighting with each other as well.
They really wanted to go at it, so we let them go at it in the parking lot for a little minute. All I saw was ass cracks and elbows.
They were sent outside and they started beating on each other, holding each other by their hair. Man, they beat the crap out of each other, and people around them were just watching and waiting and having a curious but funny conversation about their nonsense.
Horse. What an unusual move.
Whoa, yeah, whoa. Watch out. Watch out. We're coming.
Wait.
Wow, I haven't seen it all.
It's a dump.
Hovercraft. Hold on to your fans, hovercraft enthusiasts. We've got a real treat for you this time. A fancy hovercraft has rolled into the pawn shop. Get ready for the ride.
A 14-foot hovercraft racing machine, 160-horse thrust engine, plastic honeycomb construction so it'll never rot, fiberglass, composite, Kevlar. This thing is bulletproof.
Enough chatter, guys. How about we put this hovercraft to the test and see how it hovers before we make any serious buying decisions.
That's awesome. Thanks, man.
Well, it does look like a grown-up's dream toy. But hey, just wait. How about we prepare to watch the expert seal the deal on this thrilling hovercraft?
I'd be happy at 12 grand.
You have to understand where we're at, right? Obviously a pawn shop, so it's gonna be a hard sell.
I'd do 7 grand today.
I mean, it's sweet, there's no question about it. I like it. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be able to help you out with that.
Boxing kit. The pawn shop just witnessed an incredible moment when Muhammad Ali's son strolled in with his boxing kit. Incredible, right? Now let's see how our expert handles this one.
The son of Muhammad Ali in my store?
I'm here to sell this.
Are you kidding?
The boxing gloves that was actually used for sparring with Joe Frazier in the picture.
So, is your last name the same?
Yes.
Well, folks, it's a jaw dropper for sure. But before we roll out the red carpet, let's make sure this claim of being Muhammad Ali's son gets a solid verification.
Her father actually got it from Al Davis. Al Davis actually got it from my father as a retirement gift.
So your dad gave this as a gift to somebody. So this is the one he...
This is the robe that he had took a picture in.
So how much did you want for this?
$2,500.
Whoa! Yeah, this might be from a legend. But here's the uppercut. How much do you want for this stuff, son? Here's the boxing deal.
If we're gonna make a deal right now, you can't go a penny less than...
Take $600 for it.
$400.
No, can't do it.
$450, $60, $70, $500.
Okay.
You got a deal. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.
Redneck. Who said cycling was only a part of childhood? Not for this man. He brings in a super stretched redneck tricycle with a gear shifter that doubles as a beer tap. Yeah, you heard that right.
Did you build this?
Yep, me and my buddy built it. It's got customized spinners. It's got transmission, it's got reverse and everything.
So in other words, you couldn't ride it as a bicycle?
Nope, strictly with the engine. Took a little bit here, a little bit there, and put it all together, and this is what we got.
It's a head scratcher. Our visitor's chicken coop plans might baffle us, but let's stay on track and dive into the intriguing deal at hand. So here's what Les has to add to this.
Can you show me how it works?
Yeah, yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Get out the way.
Yes, sir.
it down to get it started.
Oh! Well, ain't that some son of a...
Just when things were getting interesting, that tricycle decided it had enough and broke down on us. Well, isn't that some hard luck this time?
That's a dirty shame that it broke.
It is a dirty shame. I like it. I love dirty. Bring it back when you get some... I will do that. Another cord in there. This was one of those situations I would have liked to have helped Dirty, but nothing I could do.
Old men come into the store looking to sell a computer that could go for a lot of money, if they sold it in 1997.
We need some money. We're going to out west. We killed all the deer in Michigan, so we got to go out for bigger and better stuff.
Most people don't get that aggravated when they bring in, like, ancient artifacts.
Yeah, people collect these.
Oh, they're antiques now.
Both men don't want to leave without any money, but one look at security changes their mind. But that doesn't stop them from stringing along a list of profanities at Les and Seth.
0. How many times do I need to tell you? We're not interested in it. Leave the store. I'm not taking it.
Store.
Have a good day.
Usually things calm down once the noisy customers are thrown out, but this time it gets even more chaotic. We're even treated to an unexpected showdown.
I did not drop it on accident, man. I didn't break it. I thought it was you, man.
Oh, that's good.
Two men come into the store and make the weirdest purchases. While Les is happy to make sales, his curiosity gets the better of him. You certainly won't believe what these men want with these items.
I was looking at the chainsaws over here.
We have chainsaws.
Can you make us a deal on both of them?
Sure I can. So what's all this stuff for?
Home defense.
What? Is that what
The
you put around your
zombie
yard?
apocalypse is coming.
Where other people see weird men, Les sees dollar bills. The veteran pawn shop owner goes into full salesman mode and makes even more profit from the hardcore zombie killers.
Zombie apocalypse? But you know what? As long as they were buying, I'll listen to any bull they have to throw at me. Thank you very much. I'll have my guys write you up.
I think we got a pretty good zombie kit today. Got us some chainsaws.
You know what, Rich? You, get out of the store.
Thank you.
Seriously? You just came right in the middle of my sale like that?
We sold it, right?
That's right.
That's what matters.
Yes, it does. I cannot wait till Uncle Les comes back.
Well, ask one more time. Did you say get out of my way, you bitch?
I told him to be a long bitch. Get the real out.
Use of abusive terms in the workplace, Les calls for Tony in an attempt to investigate.
Sit down, please.
Yes.
It's been brought to my attention that you have told Linda to get away from me, you bitch.
Prove it. I ain't did nothing.
Les is pissed with the gutsy move Tony pulled when he refuses to speak the truth, asking for proof instead.
Tell me the truth.
I did nothing but sold it, coat to a customer of mine.
Les tries to make Tony confess by taking what he considers a softer approach.
Tell me the truth and you'll be okay.
It don't matter. I'm gonna lose anyway. What's the difference to me? Whatever y'all gonna do, man.
What kind of attitude you got with me?
It ain't you. Come on, man. You know what I'm going through out here. You know what she's doing on purpose.
Do I give a as long as you make the sales?
I make the sale.
After trying one last time, Les manages to get a confession out of Tony.
Well, ask one more time. Did you say get out of my way, you bitch?
I told him to be a long bitch. Get the real out.
Since he confirmed he did violate the rules, Tony bags himself a suspension.
All right. See you Saturday.
Maybe.
Although he successfully delivered punishment to Tony, Les failed as a boss when he refused to try to know what could have led to the issue.
How many chances can I give this guy? Ashley, how many chances can I give you?
Me?
You.
Seth calls in Ashley, Seth, and Karen over to his office to go over the results he got from their miss. Making rounds through the shop, Les finds out Rich wasn't in his post.
Where the hell is he? Rich!
Seeing that Rich had left the business in a bid for pleasure, Les calls him over for a chat in his office.
I'm looking for you in layaway. Where the hell are you?
I gotta sit in layaway all day long and just wait for something to happen. I needed to take care of something that was out on the floor.
Les threatens to fire Rich, who had been a loyal employee at the shop for over 20 years. Karen attends to a couple who come in looking to buy a ring.
Can I try it on?
You sure can.
It's beautiful.
The lady seems to think the ring isn't the right fit, so she asks to see more before she can make her choice.
What about the color
and
and clarity?
It's a white gold band. You're looking at about a carat.
Karen, being as helpful as she can, tries her best to give the details of the ring the lady picked. However, she seemed a little bit unsure with the way she was explaining, so Ashley approached with the hopes of helping.
Yeah, it's round stones.
Oh yeah, these are round stones, and these are all G color, VS clarity.
How much about for that one?
This one is going
1,000.
Karen tries to tell Ashley off since she believed she was trying to snatch the deal away from her.
You want to show her this one? Explain it to her.
Sure. This is round stones, baguettes in the center here.
Could you tell me a little bit about the color and the clarity on that one?
Actually, here you go.
Yeah, these are G color. The radiant of the round diamonds are gorgeous.
Ashley manages to snatch the sale by pitching in without consulting Karen, who started the whole thing, leading to her having an even more unfavorable impression of her.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Go ahead and walk over to the window and we'll get it written up
Okay,
for you.
thank you.
Thank you. Seriously? You just came right in the middle of my sale like that?
We sold it, right?
That's right.
That's what matters.
Yes, it does.
700 cockroaches. No shiny metal, no problem. Time for a quirky twist. Snag those cockroaches and hit the pawn spot down the alley. Who knew creepy crawlies could be the new currency? Hold the phone, folks. His eerie charm's catching on.
They are Madagascar hissing cockroaches.
Oh! Ew! 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 Ew!
Did you want to see one?
No! Love it!
Yeah, those gross goodies. He's got his sneaky secrets for that oddball offering.
I was using them to feed my Savannah monitors.
That is disgusting.
How many do you have? If you pick one of these up, they're actually heavy because there's so many of them in there.
I really do believe you.
Seriously, bro, we're talking $1 a pop. Those things are tough to sell, even as giveaways. It's like offering a lifetime supply of, well, nope. You better take them back home.
I wish I had somebody that needed them. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. I bought living creatures in the past. Cockroaches isn't in our repertoire, but the best thing about it, the look on Ashley's face, priceless.
That was gross.
Chicken Man. Alrighty, folks, we've got the Rocket Man on our radar. But hold on to your feathers, because here comes the Chicken Man on a mystery hunt while eating chicken in the pawn shop. That's ironic.
You hungry?
No, I'm not that. I got this for free. I work there, you know what I'm saying?
Do you?
Yeah, let me show you.
Feel free to lay your chicken on the counter.
All right, look, this is what I do. I say I got chicken and finger sucking. Come for a plucking.
Looks like we've cracked the age-old riddle. Why'd the chicken cross the road? Well, to get a pawn shop watch, of course. But hey, buddy, you're not pulling a poultry prank now, are you?
He's eating chicken while he's talking to me.
Oh, all right, look, everything I'm getting right there.
You're spitting chicken on the counter.
That's for you, man. Can I see that right there?
Sure. You see it?
How much this cost?
$1,200.
$1,200.
Check out Mr. Chicken over here. He's likely on a goof-off mission. However, Seth seems to be pretty annoyed. Oh, here's how he neutralized the chicken threat.
Are you seriously gonna buy something, or are you just...
You ain't even let me see.
Dude, now you're bothering me. In a second, Byron's about to choke a chicken.
Oh, choke a chicken?
He's about to.
All right, look. Make a deal.
Byron, want a piece of chicken?
You touching chicken?
Come on, man, let's go.
Man, you know what? You ain't got to touch me.
Angry mom. This mama's boy strolls into the store, peddling his speaker. Seth's deal? Not winning any gold stars. Looks like our dude here is stuck in a pickle.
I got a speaker.
You got multiple speakers.
We $150 short, so I'm hoping you guys can help us out.
Realistically, I could sell you them for about $100.
So what you trying to give me for this? I want 150. What you
selling it or pawning it?
Selling it.
$45.
Mr. Black, you're in for an offer based on your goods. Just a heads up though, his chat game with Seth could ruffle more scratches than a ticklish itch.
So I can get you 45 bucks.
I don't need from these mother. They won't give me what I want.
You came in, you want 150 bucks.
Damn.
What?
Mama, you
You don't talk like that in front of these people. I done raised you better than that. Now you apologize.
I'm taking my speaker.
What?
Oh, yes! Preach it, Mama! Time for a lesson or two. Junior needs a masterclass in manners. Let's dial up an apology for his bad language.
I can't take you nowhere. It's the whole city without you.
Mother.
Boy,
What do I pay you guys for? I'm hiring her.
I can't take you nowhere.
I hope this kid learned his lesson.
Ryan, don't hit me in the car.
Get in the car.
Okay.
Christina stealing money. Here's something curious happening. Les seemed to be very angry over that man. Don't know what that man was doing there and what he had done, which made Les angry. Let's see what will happen.
Go get security. Then go get Ashley and Seth, and then bring me in Christina.
You get it. The security cameras are on check. What's cooking around, guys? Oh, Christina is on account as she is caught stealing. Les is asking her about her act. See, she's just acting like she has not done anything. But she has not stolen anything. Les is looking hell furious, like he will kill her for her cheating. Ashley and Les are asking questions about her deals. Seth and other Pawn Stars present there are so curious. Les is asking how she does that. Too strange how clever she is. She sold things for a higher amount but reported less amount and stole the leftover money. Everyone there is so angry. What is going to happen now?
Set me free, Christina, and I will open up that door.
Les is curious as he is sure that Christina cannot do this kind of stuff alone. There must be some other people supporting her in his play.
Tell me something that's going to get you out of jail today. Who's doing to me today?
Les is taking it to extremes and asking again and again if there's another one with her.
Have you been working with any other employee? All alone without any knowledge of anybody else stealing from us, correct?
Oh God, he asked her to send her to jail if she did not speak the truth. Oh my God, things are getting worse. She's not telling anything. Les is definitely going to send her out of the pawn shop to sell. Mother-daughter fighting. So there's a woman coming with her daughter. She showed some pieces of bottle and a collection of stamps. According to her, it is worthy, but actually it is not. Les asked her that it is not that worthy. Oops, the mother got angry at Les. Because for her, they are worth everything. What will happen now?
So what you got?
I got some really expensive stuff.
Show me.
Oh my God, the daughter charged a fire against her mother.
You better don't. No, you... Girl, what the hell wrong with you?
She triggered her and insulted her for her useless collections and oh my God, look, they're about to have a deadly fight. Oh God, the mother scratched her daughter. Les is stunned.
Hell, they don't want... Get the off my... What the is wrong with you?
The mother and daughter are having extreme fighting conditions. Everyone around is watching them. Les is stunned and did not have any idea that this would happen or it might be very casual to them.
Get the up now.
Okay, the guard has been called. The mother is still beating her daughter well and doesn't want to argue anymore. Both are screaming at each other. The security guard is letting them out. Oh my God, how embarrassing and strange it is to see mother-daughter fighting like that. The security guard gets them out and everyone is laughing at them. Astonished Les.
I had to intervene. Okay. That's enough.
Man threatening Les. So a man entered the pawn shop and headed straight towards Les. Seems like it would be a happy deal with that cool customer. Okay, the man had an anniversary today, and so both are sharing some joys together.
I need to get a watch for my wife's anniversary.
It's not your anniversary too?
Well, yeah, it is mine too.
That man wants to sell his gold chain and to buy a watch and its replacement. Well, Les will decide if it's real or not. And what will he pay for it to the man? Oops, things are turning around. The chain is not real.
Well, do you really want me to tell you what I think?
Tell me the truth.
They're not real.
The man is claiming it to be real since it is his grandmother's time. But Les is saying it might be real, but it's not because the gold does not have that shine. This might be the saddest thing to happen to that man's wife on her anniversary.
What do you mean they're not real? This is older than both of us.
It probably is.
That man is getting quite furious as he is firm in his belief that it is real.
Okay, I don't think it is, but if you say it is, well, what are you going to give me for this? I want to trade for a watch.
Holy shit. That man is forcing Les to buy that useless chain.
Let me see what you got in watches and take these.
I have a lot of watches, but I'm not taking those.
And now the things got worse as the man has taken Les's family into it.
Okay, I've seen your wife.
Lucky you.
Yeah, lucky me. I don't think so.
Les is going to kill that man. He's not stopping from bullying Les for his family. Okay, that man is constantly dragging Les's family into it.
Listen, mother, there's two things you don't talk about.
What's that?
My wife and my family.
Now everyone around got concerned. Les is hell angry. Ashley is stunned to see the man threatening Les for his wife and family.
Little boy and that badass daughter of yours?
The security guard came to get that man out, and Les is not getting relaxed. So he got out of his cabin as well to take that man to hell. Les held him from the other hand and dragged him out of the shop.
You know what, mother? Come on over here.
Get off of me, don't!
Where you got to go?
Why you gotta push?
That man yelling around, constantly bullying Les and his family. That man started mysterious marching, and definitely everyone wanted him to just get dead. And Les as well wanted him to march out of the cliff.
How you doing?
How you doing? Fine, dude.
Good.
Oh, wow.
How can I help you?
Looking.
And realistically, I'm not going to be able to give you a loan on that TV. It's just too old.
It wouldn't matter much to me. I would rather sit here and talk about almost 2.5 years, junior varsity. I got a $80,000 resume.
So this guy says that he's a Homeland Security officer and has an $80,000 resume. Well, then why are you bringing me an old-ass TV?
A customer comes in to pawn a very old-looking TV and DVD player. This is a type of thing that nobody's interested in.
I do for you, this stuff is just too old, and I couldn't take this under goodwill just because it's a fire hazard.
Look, I'm trying not to just make this.
Perfect.
You understand?
Take it out of here.
No.
I didn't bring it in.
I
You're
don't
take
give
it
a
out.
damn.
Oh yeah?
I don't.
You think you scare me?
You make me.
Watch.
Seth won't take the man's old items, and neither will the man.
You want to see me make you?
Yeah.
Watch.
Don't touch me, man. His ass don't never do no deals with nobody, man. His ass don't.
Take off, throwing the dunks on the way off.
Man, I'll break face, man. Man, are you serious?
Okay, Squeaky, time for you to go. Bounce.
Straight
Have
up,
a good day.
The guy thinks he can't be thrown out of the shop, but Seth proves him wrong.
How are you? How can I help you guys today?
I want a meat coat today. Should I wear a small?
Any color?
You sure this is a small?
It's actually a medium.
What? No, I wear a small. Try it. Try it. Suck it in. This has got to be an extra small. Let me see here. Let me see. Let me see. Here, help me on this. I got a bad arm here. Let me see. Let me see. Oh no, extra small, extra small.
Somebody else that we can talk to. They know what they're doing around here.
I know what I'm doing here. You're telling me you're small. This is a small coat.
I want a small. I wear a damn.
A woman wants to buy a coat, but she obviously doesn't know what size she wears.
Here, try this one. This is the one.
Okay, let me try it.
Try it out. Yep.
You're too big.
I didn't try anything.
You're way too big for her. He tried me.
Have a nice day, ladies.
What did you got to do?
Escort you to your car, make sure you get
No, I'm tired of this. I am not going nowhere. Oh, no.
Seth plays a little joke on the angry Karen and her friend just before he sends them out of the pawn shop.
I need to get my stuff, my 2 TVs. I need your ID or the tickets. My what? ID or your ticket. I don't have no ticket or no ID. My stuff was stolen and
Hey, was there an issue?
My boyfriend found my TV.
So he stole it from you?
Yeah.
So did you make a police report? I feel terrible for her, but I can't help her without her ticket.
Look, I just want the ticket.
You don't come to my window! You can't!
Yes, I can.
Come to my window! Really?
Y'all
Take it calm down.
Calm down here, baby. Get out of here.
I
get my
now.
I'm not leaving out here until I get my.
Ashley has a heated confrontation with the Karen that couldn't have her way.
I'm not leaving out of here. I get my. I'm not leaving out here until I get my. I'm not scared to leave.
Bye.
I ain't scared to leave.
Okay. Bye. See ya.
No, Mama, calm down.
See ya.
We're not the police, but damn it, we're not your local psychologist neither. And you have a lovely day.
God.
Next up, it was just another normal day at this famous pawn shop called American Jewelry and Loan, located right in the heart of Detroit, USA. And in walks a customer ready to pick a fight with anyone that is about to come his way. Yikes, that already sounds like inviting trouble, but let us see where this goes.
This fake ass Suge Knight
Thank
over
you
here.
very much.
Put me out.
Have a nice.
He walks into the store, and you can already see the attitude on his face. He walks into the store and approaches Leslie, who is just back in the store from his surgery. He comes in with his Xbox and immediately tells Les that he needs to get as much money as he possibly can for it. Like, obviously, that is clearly what everyone is here for at the pawn shop. He knew that they probably get a lot of Xboxes anyway, so that does not set him apart from the rest of the regular customers. When Les asked what he needed it for, this guy had quite a story to tell. And it is definitely a full-fledged roller coaster. He reveals that he needs as much cash as possible, and it is all for his girlfriend. Why, you ask? Because she got locked up in jail and he had to bail her out. I bet nobody saw that coming. This dude walks in and starts spilling some seriously bizarre beans. Now, Les wasn't sure if this guy was pulling his leg or being dead serious. But being the champ he is, he decided to hear him out anyway. So, here's the deal. This customer claims that his girlfriend, who happens to be a dancer, got nabbed by the cops the other night. And get this, they're accusing her of being involved in, wait for it, prostitution. Yeah, you heard that right. But our friend here is absolutely convinced that there's no way in heck that his lady is mixed up in that kind of stuff. Or maybe, just maybe, he's living in denial. Tough spot to be in, huh? I don't know about you, but I'm itching to find out what happens next in this mind-boggling tale. Will the truth come out? Is this guy delusional or are the cops mistaken? And here's what they had to say to justify his beliefs.
That's a lie. She's a really good girl. I love her.
Okay.
She cleans, she cooks. She's nice.
Well, I do not know about you, but cooking and cleaning does not make anybody a saint in the slightest. And when it came to striking a deal, the guy said all he needed was $300, as if it was a small amount. And Les was clearly not here for his unreasonable demands. Take a look at his reaction.
I need $300.
I can go $80.
Oh my God. I need $300.
Immediately, this customer gets enraged and begins demanding $300 for his Xbox, as if he was in a position to mark the prices. Here is what went down at the pawn shop.
$300, dog.
You don't have to raise your voice at me.
You.
The customer then starts cussing at not only Leslie, but literally everyone in the shop just because he got annoyed at the price Les stated, which was $80, which is way far from a whopper of $300. He even put his finger on Leslie's face, and that is when he knew it was time for this guy to leave. And he did not make it easy or go away quietly. Take a look at what went down.
Thank you very
You gonna
much.
get this fake ass Suge Knight over
Thank
here.
you very much.
Put me out.
Have a nice.
Well, at least they wished him a good day. Moving on to the next.
You talking to?
Alright folks, let me set the scene for you. We got Sharonda and her son Deontay strolling into the pawn shop on a mission to get some bling bling for a special occasion. You see, it's Sharonda's birthday, and she's all about treating herself to some classic, fabulous jewelry. She's pumped, she's excited, she's ready to sparkle. But hold up, here comes Deontay acting like he couldn't care less. This kid's got an attitude and thinks he knows it all. He's annoying both his mom and Seth, the helpful employee trying to assist Sharonda in finding that perfect piece. Can you believe it? Talk about a party pooper. A pair of earrings catches her eyes, and she takes a look at it and asks for the price, to which Seth replies, $500. Except her son was in total shock over the price. Take a look at his reaction.
That's a lot. That wouldn't even cost that much at a regular jewelry store.
Oh, that's okay. I like
No,
it.
we're not a regular jewelry store. It's actually cheaper than you'd get it anywhere else.
Seth was clearly annoyed at this boy's remarks because obviously he knew what he was doing, and his comments were not helping with the purchase. He kept saying that it would be cheaper at a regular jewelry store, when in fact, it was way cheaper here at the pawn store. Clearly, he did not understand the concept of it. Seth asked the guy where he usually went shopping, and when he said the mall, he asked the guy if that is where he got his earrings from. And get this, he paid $500 for it. So if he can buy earrings for that much money, why can't his own mother? Alright guys, brace yourselves for the next chapter in Sharonda's jewelry adventure. So she's browsing through the sparkling goodies and finds another piece that catches her eye. This time, it's a real beauty. But guess what? It comes with a price tag of a whopping $800. And let me tell you, Deontay's reaction? Yeah, it did not go over well. Not one bit. You gotta see this, folks. The tension in the air is thicker than molasses as Sharonda reveals her newfound treasure to her son. The look on his face says it all. Let's just say he wasn't exactly thrilled about the price tag. Things are getting real interesting now. Take a look.
800.
Listen, you need to shut up before I knock you to for real.
Sharonda finally loses her cool and tells her son to keep quiet because it is her birthday and she is allowed to pick out whatever she likes, and he definitely does not get any say in this. Seth comes to her defense too and tells the son that it's her birthday and her money, so she gets to make her choice. And then things take a turn for the worse when the son finds this out.
So you spent $500 on those earrings?
Yeah.
They're CZ's.
Watch your mouth. But that's bull. How the hell he's gonna tell me that? Look.
Oh boy, things are about to hit the fan. Picture this. Our buddy here, he's all excited about his new earrings, only to discover that they're as fake as a $3 bill. And let me tell you, he is not a happy camper. The anger starts bubbling up inside him, and guess who bears the brunt of his frustration? Poor Seth, the pawn shop employee, gets hit with some seriously rude behavior. But hold up. Sharonda ain't having any of that nonsense. She's not about to tolerate her son's terrible attitude.
I don't know who the you think you talking to, boo-boo, but you got me up. That's bull. You don't talk to me like that.
All right. She even goes to take her slippers off to hit him. But by then, everyone in the store starts to stare at them, and it does not go well.
Ow!
She was hot.
Who the is you talking to? Who the is you talking to, boo?
She quite literally chased him out of the store, and that is what you get if you make your mom angry on her birthday.
So there's a man, probably an attorney with two ladies. He said that he came here for the ring, which they bought from these ladies for $10,000, but they didn't pay and gave them the receipt. Now he put up the receipt and showed it to Les and accused them of cheating and stealing from the women and taking their expensive ring. But Les was cool and controlled his anger.
Whoever produced this ticket didn't understand. Okay, this is much smaller.
Here's the game-changing point. Les, after listening to him, explained that he will reveal the truth now by showing the real receipt that they had. He went and came back with real receipts that they've been giving to the customers. There, he spotted major differences. He notified him of the major changes in the receipt that he brought. The man looked rather weak, and the attorney turned to the women, but oh my god, they're still accusing Les of having given them the wrong receipt and asking the attorney to take the money from Les. The man, being down on himself as you can see, argued with them. The man showed the evidence to the ladies and told them that they were having the wrong receipt, but they continued to argue. The ladies started harassing both of them and started using personal attacks. They were all arguing amongst themselves. Pretty crazy. The attorney went back as he can't do anything for the ladies.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
What can I help you with?
Either trying to get a loan on it or you guys can buy it. Trying to sell it for maybe like $150.
$50.
Why is it $50? The certificate and everything is in there. And the bag costs actually way more than that.
Well, if you can tell, it's actually stained.
Okay.
All through here.
I'm trying to sell it for $150 or get a loan for $75 instead of the $50.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in more than 50.
If you know purses, then you know the
As our unsuspecting customer strolls into the kitchen at chaos, little does she know what's cooking today. Ashley, patiently bracing herself for another round of absurdity, politely inquires about what the customer's looking to offload. The girl, blissfully unaware of the purse's actual value, confidently suggests a price that's almost a steal.
It costs way more than that.
Okay, but I'm not going to pay you for the amount that you think it's worth because it's stained. This is not one of the newer ones. This is not this season. I know about purses. It was torn. It was stained. It's not even the last season's bag. The thing is old.
But you're still willing to buy for $50 though, so if it wasn't worth it.
And now the plot thickens. The lady asserts that if Ashley truly understood purses, she'd gladly accept the offered amount. However, Ashley, standing firm in her claim that the purse is torn and not worth more than $50, creates a hilarious clash of valuation difference.
You even say $50.
So they didn't say it wasn't worth it.
Can I talk to somebody else? I don't want to talk to your pepperoni looking ass. Can I get somebody
My pepperoni looking ass. Pepperoni ass? I don't even know what that means. She take a look at her own ass?
Can I get somebody else to talk to? It don't even matter. I don't have to talk to you.
And I don't talk to you either, so why don't you go home? Leave
Can
our
I talk to
store.
somebody else? Why do I have to talk to you?
Because
You disrespectful.
I'm disrespectful and you call me a pepperoni ass?
Ugly ass bitch.
F you.
And it's time to cue the drama. Ashley throws out the bold figure of $50, and it hits the customer like a curveball she wasn't ready for. Feeling the heat, our lady teeters on the edge of diplomacy and blurts out the unforgettable line. She labels Ashley a pepperoni ass and decides that she'd rather chat with anyone but her. Talk about spicing up negotiations.
Wells Fargo safe deposit box.
What do we have here?
Well, we got a Wells Fargo strong box.
This man arrived with a Wells Fargo safe, an antique ball and chain, and a couple ancient handcuffs. The seller was asking roughly $2,000 for everything in the package.
All right, well, tell me about these things.
This ball and chain right here actually comes from the human prison. It's the oldest prison in the state of Arizona.
Folsom Prison was Arizona's oldest prison, and the handcuffs belonged to it since the late 1800s.
Here's my concerns. When they forged chains back in the 1800s, it was just hot welding together.
At that time, it was all performed by the blacksmith, but the chains that the man brought in were all electronically forged. Not only that, but Rick had another major problem.
Never in the history of any prison did they ever have their name put on the balls.
What Rick was saying was that everything the man brought in was false, but the seller was not ready to believe Rick.
It's fake.
What makes you an expert on this stuff?
I've been buying and selling this stuff my entire life.
Even if the contents of the package were phony, there was a chance that the box itself was not. So Rick made a deal for the box and left the rest.
Box, I'll give you $400 for it.
I want $1,200 for it.
No, you don't.
And the transaction was completed for $400.50. The seller left, and Rick subsequently decided to consult with an expert about what he had purchased.
Okay. 19th century strongbox, Wells Fargo.
Following a thorough examination of the box, the expert asked Rick the following question.
First things first. Have you already bought this?
The box was just as false as the other items Rick did not purchase, and the expert agreed.
It's a complete fake.
Damn it, Rick.
Mystery guy.
Right there.
Here they come again.
Hang on to your hats, folks, because we're diving into one wild tale. Picture this, a mysterious dude looking like a secret agent casually strolls into a pawn shop, acting like he owns the place. The shopkeeper, eyes wide open, can't help but stare at this walking enigma. I mean, who wouldn't? He's like a riddle on two legs. Now brace yourselves for the craziness escalates. Our mystery guy isn't flying solo. He's got not one, but two ladies in tow. A trio causing a ruckus. They swagger up to the counter, and out of nowhere, the guy dramatically declares that the ticket he's waving is faker than a rubber chicken. Everyone in the shop, imaginary files included, gasps in surprise.
Her on the ring, or get the ring back. She's got a receipt.
Let me explain
right
to you. This is a counterfeit ticket.
Hold on to your giggles. The shopkeeper, smelling something fishy, turns into a detective. With a sneaky grin, he tells the trio to chill and confidently says, "I'll prove it's a fake." The suspense builds as he brings out the real ticket, examining both like he's some hold on to your funny bone. The shopkeeper spots the differences quicker than yelling "fake alert" with a big old grin. He declares, "Nice try, folks, but your ticket is faker than Monopoly money." Cue the imaginary mic drop in the background. But whoa, Nelly, the trio isn't throwing in the towel just yet. They get into an energetic discussion, pointing fingers, thrashing arms, and hollering as though they're contending in a yelling challenge. It resembles something out of a sitcom, and you can't resist the urge to chuckle at the idiocy. In the grand finale, our mysterious guy and his partners in crime admit defeat. Looking a tad embarrassed and probably feeling a smidge silly, they storm out of the pawn shop. The shopkeeper, now a hero in counterfeit ticket detection, is left with a bunch of baffled onlookers. And there you have it, a hilarious adventure that's weirder than fiction and funnier than a clown on a unicycle. Comedy gold, my friends, comedy gold. Gun cabinet.
Well, it's a desk, but it's not really a desk. It's actually a gun.
So what this woman brought into the pawn store was not anything that was common. It appeared to be nothing more than a plain desk, yet it was far more than that.
It's a gun desk.
Yes, when you push down on the inkwell, a bullet fires out through the trapdoor.
When you press down on the inkwell, a bullet fires out through the trap door, and this desk transforms into a pistol when the time comes.
If I sell it, that's fine. If I don't, I'm okay with that too.
Thus, the merchant visited the business not exclusively to sell the weapon work area, yet additionally to figure out more about it. She needed to realize who possessed it, the way things were utilized, how old it was, and other such data.
I was trying to figure out how to open it and had a really good look inside it and said, you know.
While hunting for a nice little desk, she came across this one. But when she got it home and attempted to open it up, that's where she discovered it wasn't what she thought it was.
I've seen desks with hidden gun compartments, but I've never seen a desk as a gun.
Rick thought it was something out of a James Bond movie, and he was so engrossed in it that he forgot he was actually pushing his face against a gun.
Do you mind if I have a buddy look at this thing? Because I am just completely lost here.
Not at all.
Rick believed it was best to have an expert look at it after taking a closer look, so he called one.
Gun. This is the gun.
What?
The master had never seen anything like it and had no clue about what it was utilized for. Yet, in lieu of what he saw, the master reasoned that it was made somewhere in the range of 1890 and 1910, which was an issue. Even though he couldn't guarantee it, the Pawn Stars may buy it in a gray area.
Bring it to a gunsmith and have him professionally deactivate the mechanism. Then it can be legal to buy and sell.
The only way to buy and sell it legally is to take it to a gunsmith and have him deactivate the mechanism. Only then can it be simply and legally acquired and sold.
I wish I could help you out more. It's just one of those things. Thanks for bringing it in.
Oh, you're welcome.
Michael expressed interest in buying it for their collection. After negotiation, they settle on a price of $3,500, considering it's for charity. Seth shares his personal connection to wrestling matches with his father, adding sentimental value to the purchase.
We have that kind of money.
All right, you, all of y'all, bitch.
If you want some help, talk to us like a human being.
Aloha. Thank you there.
The woman gets angrier and calls Ashley names. Ashley stays calm but tells her to talk respectfully. The woman leaves angrily and this situation doesn't get resolved.
On picking up very expensive pieces grabs Les's attention.
Hey, sir, don't touch it. Sir, if there's anything you want to see, we'll be more than happy to show you, sir.
Well, what do you know? Expensive pieces tend to be fragile.
How am I going to see if it's going to work?
The customer starts touching expensive items, catching Les's attention. Les politely asks them not to touch anything, offering assistance in viewing items instead.
Sure, that's why I asked you. That's when you're back there and he's over. I'll come out right out there. You think I give it?
The customer insists on touching, arguing it's necessary to check functionality. Les tries to explain store policy, but the customer gets upset.
Out of my store.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Go.
You're lucky you got some.
The customer's frustration grows, prompting Les to ask them to leave for disrupting the store. Les firmly directs the customer to leave, highlighting their luck in having assistance.
Jersey just moved into the town and is on an errand from his wife.
My wife and I, we just bought a house and she sent me here. She said, see what you can pick up. Let's find some. I'll bet you can make.
A middle-aged man from New Jersey, recently moved into town, is running an errand from his wife to find furniture for their new house. He spots a couch in the store and expresses interest in making a deal.
After looking at a cheap couch, the customer notices that the couch is dirty.
You gonna clean all that up before I buy it? That's why it's so inexpensive. I gotta tell you, man, that's nasty. Our used furniture sometimes has things.
While checking the couch, the customer notices its dirty condition and questions if it'll be cleaned before purchased. The store attendant explains that the low price reflects its used status, which includes some dirtiness typical of secondhand items.
Really? Well, I only got $200.
After sitting down to give the couch a try, the customer begins being disrespectful to Les.
And let me try this. Look, my shoes are cleaner than this couch. Then don't buy it. Make me a deal. I got cash in my pocket, man. Wow.
The man doesn't like how the couch looks and tries to pay less for it with the money that he has. He starts being rude, saying bad things about how dirty the couch is and insulting the store.
I bet you're the mother that's been sitting on here farting. This was actually my couch. We had a reupholster and I gave it to Ashley.
When the comment reaches Ashley, Les's daughter, Les has enough of this customer.
Is that your daughter? That's my daughter. She must be nasty too.
The customer's derogatory comments extend to Ashley, Les's daughter, who works at the store. Les, the owner, has had enough and confronts the disrespectful customer, defending his daughter and the store's reputation.
How are we doing anything?
Les decides to end the interaction, urging the customer to leave the store. The customer, unwilling to change his behavior, decides to go elsewhere, ending the encounter on a sour note.
Excuse me. Hi. Hi, I have a question for you. Yeah. Okay, I went to get my purse back to make my payment. She's telling me this is expired. That's my purse right there. That one right there is black one. So I want to know why it's out there.
A girl approaches Ashley in the pawn shop with a question about her purse. She claims that her purse, which she points to, was wrongfully labeled as expired, and she demands to know why it's out for sale.
My purse right there. How do you know that's your purse? Because I know my purse. Here's the money. I want the purse. That's bad. If you don't give me the purse, I'm going to climb over the counter and get it myself. Give me my purse.
The girl argues that the purse refers to her and displays money, as evidently, Les decides to eject her from the shop, ending the encounter.
You guys seen the 32 Roadster?
I haven't seen it, son.
Someone probably stole it.
It was parked in the warehouse. How could someone steal it?
A high-tech thief could get into this warehouse easy.
Rick becomes anxious when he learns that Corey took the expensive 32 Roadster to the gym, fearing potential damage to the valuable merchandise.
Have you guys seen the 32 Roadster?
I haven't seen it, son.
Someone probably stole it.
It was parked in the warehouse. How could someone steal it?
A high-tech thief could get into this warehouse easy. All you have to do is cut a hole in the roof and lift it out with a helicopter. To pick the lock. And
the conversation shifts to the possibility of the Roadster being stolen, with various theories proposed, including high-tech theft methods like using helicopters or hacking into security systems.
Roadster around?
I'm not driving it around. I just took it to the gym.
That's driving it around. The thing is in perfect condition. What if you wreck it? What if you ding it? What if you scratch it?
I'm not an idiot. I'm your partner.
Rick says he didn't drive the Roadster just for fun. He says he only took it to the gym. He defends himself from being called careless. He reminds everybody that he's a partner in the business.
I can't believe my dad's giving me a hard time about this. I mean, what's the point of owning a pawn shop?
Tensions raise between Rick and his father as they argue over the handling of the Roadster. Rick feels frustrated by his father's skepticism and restrictions, questioning the purpose of owning a pawn shop if he can't enjoy its items.
Later found out that the car was not nearly worth $68,000. His expert had failed to notice that the car was a hot rod.
Later, Rick learns that the Roadster is worth a lot more than he realized, valued at nearly $68,000 due to its hot rod modification.
So what can I help you with today?
Got this ring right here. See how much it might be worth.
Okay.
I also wanted to know how much you guys...
A customer brings in a ring for an appraisal and to inquire about pawning it for cash. He seeks to understand its value and potential loan amount.
What are you talking about?
You said you were coming in to get a receiver. Why'd you take my ring?
Well, I wanted to see how much it was worth.
Well, why'd you take my ring? Yesterday you said you needed bike parts and didn't have the damn money. And all of a sudden you got my damn ring.
The problem started when Les checked the ring to see how much it's worth. The customer. However, Ashley stands firm, recognizing the futility of the scam and the level of wrongness involved. It's like trying to sneak a peek at the answer key when the teacher is watching. Yeah, that's not happening.
First of all, don't talk to me like I'm an idiot. Give me my purse or I'm going to come over that counter and get it myself. Oh my God. Get your hands off me.
Have a nice day. Let's go.
You.
With a swift resolution to this failed escapade, the girl finds herself unceremoniously escorted out of the store. Lesson learned: Ashley's scam radar is always on, and jumping over counters won't get you far in this pawn-filled drama.
All right, deal. I think I got a good deal, and I know I'm gonna be able to make some money on it.
I can't believe you spent that much.
Whatever, Ash.
I am fuming. My brother just spent $800.
Enter the family feud. Ashley drops the bomb on her brother Seth, calling him a hypocrite. But why? Well, he casually throws around $880 for a painting, while Ashley, according to her, can't even snag a deal for $30. Sibling dynamics at their finest.
But he'll yell at me over a $30 buy. Excuse me, Seth.
What, Ash?
I was just out there watching you do a buy for $880.
So instead of working, you're watching me.
I was out there, and you bought something for $880 when you gave me such crap about that $30 roulette table.
I'm not buying plastic. I'm buying stuff that we can actually resell without a problem.
We'll never resell that. They will sit in the back and rot.
Are you kidding? We'll put it around the third corner. We're going to make $1,000 plus on the deal. Really, Ash? You know I'm going to be upset.
The plot thickens as Ashley confronts Seth about the apparent double standards. She probes into the intricacies of spending $880, questioning how bad it could be. Seth, in classic sibling fashion, argues that his purchases are all about resale value, a concept he conveniently forgets when it comes to Ashley's shopping habits. According to him, he's the revenue guru.
You are just a hypocrite.
She was just being ridiculous. I just want her to stop talking. Ash, what do you want from me?
Apologize to me.
Apologize?
Apologize because you're such a hypocrite.
You know what, Ash? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're a bitch.
You, Seth. You're such an ass. I am not going to forget the situation anytime soon. Seth better watch his back.
Things heat up as Ashley demands an apology. Seth takes a nosedive into being the ultimate a-hole, apologizing for an $880 buy. Oh no. Instead, he hits her with a sorry not sorry for her supposed attitude, topping it off with a charming label. Well, let's just say that it rhymes with witch. Sibling rivalry reaches a whole new level on this show.
There's two guys out here that are saying they were scammed out of their laptops, and that whoever did it is working with one of our guys. You want to come out and talk to him? All right. Thank you.
Who is it?
Les is hit with some unexpected news. A few guys claim that they've been pawned by a girl from the staff. Les, ever the detective, approaches the situation with a mix of suspicion and humor, wondering aloud if he's either unintentionally swindling customers or if bizarre customers have taken up a new form of thievery.
Tell me.
She pawned 2 of our laptops, and she told us she was gonna bring them out to the back. Some of it being,
Okay, wait. You pawned something?
Yes, she had to take it to
When
her.
did you pawn it?
Today.
Today.
She
Okay.
had to take it to her.
And the money?
Yes.
These two kids come in and talk about have some girl pawned 2 laptops.
The plot thickens as 2 disheveled DJs step into the scene, laptops held hostage. The atmosphere turns somber as the weight of the situation sinks in. It's a strange occurrence that has everyone wearing expressions of confusion and concern. Les, with his seasoned cool, casually queries about the laptop's ownership, revealing they're registered under the mysterious girl's name.
Split the money 3 ways, and one of my employees was gonna walk it out the back door. Either this is a new way for my employees to steal from me.
To contact the owner because we want to.
I am the owner.
I'm just trying to switch the ticket so she can't have them.
And it's in her name.
No, that's why I wanted to know if
I can't do it.
The tension rises, but Les doesn't crack under pressure. Maturely handling the situation, he asserts that he needs the lowdown to work his magic and get those laptops back where they belong. It's a pawn shop mystery, and Les is the detective determined to unravel the peculiar case of laptops and loyalties.
Because your sign is saying that I can get 30 days of free cash.
If you're a new customer with those first 30 days, you can get interest-free loan. You only pay $1 per store.
But it's saying if I brought a friend with me that I could get 30 days of free cash.
It's for an interest-free loan.
Okay, so there came a woman at the counter. Let's see what she's gonna come up with. Is she asking for free money? I think she might possibly be mad, though it is kind of funny that she's got enough courage to come up and ask for money without investing anything. Now, the lady at the counter frowned and asked her if she paid or not. Intriguingly, she hasn't paid anything, but she's still asking for money. Holy shit, what's wrong with some people?
You're just misreading it.
No, you're misreading it. That's not what the y'all sign is saying, bitch. It says I get free cash for 30 days in this month.
You're not getting no free cash.
Where does it say that?
Who told you to get it?
You did.
I'm not talking to you. I need my cash. I need my cash. It says it right here. Free cash.
Oh, and to make matters worse, she started shouting at her. Everyone around started looking at her, wondering what the hell was going on. Seth and Les get a little furious as everybody's just standing around trying to figure out what's going on. She started bullying her, but the lady tried to explain to her again that she misunderstood the agreement and they're not just gonna give her free cash. But this lady's just not listening to anybody. Well, Seth then enters, so who knows what's gonna happen now.
I brought my friend with me.
If you get a loan and you refer a friend, you can get 30 days, interest free. That doesn't mean we're just gonna hand you cash. What do you have to pawn?
Come on now. You don't have I'm the
No screaming. Can you read? Read what
no,
it says.
can you read?
I can read. I can read.
People was waiting to get her.
Les entered and asked her whether she read the whole document or not, and she was not listening and constantly arguing and pointing to them as if they had done something wrong. Meanwhile, other women decided to intrude, and oh my god, it's gonna be funny. Looks like they've all decided to have a fight in the pawn shop. Wonder how that's all gonna end. And it looks like Les is gonna join in too.
The other woman that just jumps in the middle.
Leave me alone, bitch! Bitch! Leave me alone, bitch! I'm from the West, bitch!
All you need to do is read.
Now see the other women get in and start shouting at her as everybody behind her was waiting for her to get out of the queue. So they started fighting, and now they're all having an immense fight. Everybody around is watching and laughing at them. Well, the guard had to go and break everything up. Well, at least they're all gonna get treated the same way, especially the one who created the mess. Pretty sure they're gonna hold him up and throw him out. And there they go, they're still shouting and fighting with each other as well.
They really wanted to go at it, so we let them go at it in the parking lot for a little minute. All I saw was ass cracks and elbows.
They were sent outside and they started beating on each other, holding each other by their hair. Man, they beat the crap out of each other, and people around them were just watching and waiting and having a curious but funny conversation about their nonsense. Talk about a hella cringe episode.
It's Robert. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Dennis. Yeah, I got an item here. You might be interested in.
Okay, so there's a guy coming into the pawn shop with something in his hand, maybe a poster. But what's it for? He came to Seth and the other man and showed them this poster. Now it feels like they're interested in it, and there might be a handsome deal between them.
Detroit Lions players had signed.
Did you drag it in?
So during the flood, I seen it down there, and that's when I pulled it out. She went down there and she supported these people, and while she was walking the picket line, she would gather signature.
You got Williams over here.
That's what, Steve Bacchus?
This is the first time a guy actually brought in and
I just got on the picket line because I'm on strike right now myself. We've been on strike for almost 3 months now. $1,000.
He started describing the poster that's mainly about the protest of people in history, and it's got lots of signs of well-known people and has got a lot of worth. He explained everything in one go and demanded a heavy amount for it as it was really valuable to him. Seth told him that it's got some stains on it, and it's no doubt the same poster of historical strike, which made it worthy, but for him it might make a lot of difference.
Hate the condition of it.
I understand, and I
You gotta understand when it comes down to collectors, everything is about condition.
Absolutely. And I'm sure if your dad saw this, jump on the heartbeat.
Seth and the man explained that it's not about the worth that he's asking for, in terms of thousands of dollars, but it's also about the condition of the poster, and it's not in a very good one. The man is continuously arguing that it's got signs all over it. If Les has seen it, that he'll definitely be surprised and definitely pay more than $1,000. Well, as for Les, he just came in.
Sharper. They need to make an effort to close these deals quickly. Through my research in that, I seen personally that one just like this Minto, and he got $950 for it.
Right, so if that was mint, why would you want $1,000 for this?
He only had one signature. I have at least a dozen.
But with this tear up here,
yeah,
and the condition it's in, the water stain on the bottom, it's just a hard thing to sell.
Yeah, but even though it's in this condition, how many of it exist? Very rare.
And it's uncertified.
Right.
You know.
I'll sell for $5.
Les judged the entire piece and told him that he's asking for too much, and later on they further described that it's torn from the top and the bottom, and it's also got damage and they can't pay more for it. But he still won't agree to pay for it. But he did say that he'd charge $500 off of the amount, but they couldn't reduce it any further.
value. Let's make a deal. $75.
No way. Who's gonna buy it from you? I'll just put it back in my basement, let it collect dust.
Offering you just $100 cash money right now wouldn't make a difference, you're saying?
200.
Nobody in life is ever going to offer you more than us.
According to Seth, it's a historical and cool piece and might be a profitable deal for them. So he asked the man if they'll pay $750 for it. But the man was stunned and said that they're paying too little. He said that you should pay more, but Les is arguing that no one can pay you more than this.
You change your mind, we'll honor the 100.
Which would you prefer, 520s or a $100 bill?
520 seems like more, wouldn't it?
520s.
That's to me.
520s right now. 100 hours. Take it or leave it.
520s.
Got a deal.
$100.
Thank you. All right, man.
Thank you.
There's no question. It's a one-of-a-kind piece yet. It's a little bit of damage on it, but it's got a lot of autographs. I know we're going to make a profit.
He asked for $200, but no, it's not going to be a good deal, and they told him to leave. The man in need got a severe shock and held up the poster thinking. Les again said that they can't pay more than $100, and after some time of quietness, they agreed to the deal. Finally, the happy deal was made.
This is the guy?
Right there. Here they come again.
Les?
Hi, how are you?
I'm attorney Kyle DeQueef.
So there's a man, probably an attorney with two ladies along, coming inside towards Les at a pawn shop. Now, Les knew about it before. He asked for Les, and fortunately, he was at the counter. He asked why they had arrived at the store.
He's retained me to represent her in regard to a ring.
Okay.
My client brought in a $10,000 ring here, and she wants to either collect the remaining money owed to her on the ring or get the ring back. She's got a receipt.
Let me explain to you. This is a counterfeit ticket.
He said that he came here for the ring, which they bought from these ladies for $10,000, but they didn't pay and gave them the receipt. Now, he put up the receipt and showed it to Les and accused them of cheating and stealing from the women and taking their expensive ring. But Les was cool and controlled his anger.
Whoever produced this ticket didn't understand this is the amount of numbers that are here.
Okay.
Number two is state law mandates that we print the law in a 12-point font.
Okay.
This is much smaller.
That is some bull.
It may be bull, but that's the truth.
I don't know how I got mixed up, but
There's the game-changing point. Les, after listening to him, explained that he will reveal the truth now by showing the real receipt that they had. He went and came back with real receipts that they've been giving to the customers. There, he spotted major differences. He notified him of the major changes in the receipt that he brought. The man looked rather weak and stunned in response.
printing wrong or whatever, but this is the ticket he got from here.
He didn't get it from him. He didn't get it from him.
So now we just liars and we just come
I'm
here.
not saying that you are.
So you trying to send my son a lie?
I wish I had better news for you, but
That's bull. That's bull.
The numbers don't match up. The paper stock doesn't match up. This is a fake.
Now you side with them. You're not representing us.
I'm representing
if
you,
I
but
don't
you-
get my ring or my money from them, how you gonna get paid?
The attorney turned to the women, but oh my god, they're still accusing Les of having given them the wrong receipt and asking the attorney to take the money from Les. The man, being down on himself as you can see, argued with. The man showed the evidence to the ladies and told them that they were having the wrong receipt, but they continued to argue.
The ticket, how about that?
No, I don't believe that the store gave you this ticket.
Nah, well, I don't believe you a real attorney. We ain't got it right. All this somebody better give me my money.
he's my attorney.
You, him, security.
Have a nice day.
Nah, you got me, bitch.
Sorry, young man.
The ladies started harassing both of them and started using personal attacks. They were all arguing amongst themselves. Pretty crazy. The attorney went back as he can't do anything for the ladies.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
What can I help you with?
Either trying to get a loan on it or you guys can buy it. Trying to sell it for maybe like $150.
$50.
Why is it $50? The certificate and everything is in there. And the bag costs actually way more than that.
Well, if you can tell, it's actually stained
Okay.
all through here.
I'm trying to sell it for $150 or get a loan for $75 instead of the $50.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in more than 50.
If you know purses, then you know the
As our unsuspecting customer strolls into the kitchen at chaos, little does she know what's cooking today. Ashley, patiently bracing herself for another round of absurdity, politely inquires about what the customer's looking to offload. The girl, blissfully unaware of the purse's actual value, confidently suggests a price that's almost a steal.
It costs way more than that.
Okay, but I'm not going to pay you for the amount that you think it's worth because it's stained. This is not one of the newer ones. This is not this season. I know about purses. It was torn. It was stained. It's not even the last season's bag. The thing is old.
But you still willing to buy for $50 though, so if it wasn't worth
And now the plot thickens. The lady asserts that if Ashley truly understood purses, she'd gladly accept the offered amount. However, Ashley, standing firm in her claim that the purse is torn and not worth more than $50, creates a hilarious clash of valuation difference.
we even say $50.
So they didn't say it wasn't worth it.
Can I talk to somebody else? I don't want to talk to your pepperoni looking at. Can I get somebody
My pepperoni looking at. Pepperoni ass? I don't even know what that means. She take a look at her own ass?
Can I get somebody else to talk to? It don't even matter. I don't have to talk to you.
And I don't talk to you either, so why don't you go home, leave
Can
our
I
store?
talk to somebody
Nope.
else? Why do I have to talk to you?
Because
You
I'm the
disrespectful.
manager. I'm disrespectful and you call me a pepperoni ass?
Ugly ass bitch.
F*** you.
And it's time to cue the drama. Ashley throws out the bold figure of $50 and it hits the customer like a curveball she wasn't ready for. Feeling the heat, our lady teeters on the edge of diplomacy and blurts out the unforgettable line. She labels Ashley a pepperoni ass and decides that she'd rather chat with anyone but her. Talk about spicing up negotiations.
3 males walked into a pawn shop. One of the suspects stood at the door as a lookout while the other 2 suspects walked directly over to the display cases.
So, like, these 3 guys roll into the pawn shop, just casually strolling in. The other 2 guys, they head straight to the fancy display cases. It's all got suspicious vibes. And then, bam! One of them whips out a sledgehammer and starts smashing the glass. Things are starting to get pretty wild.
At some point, a customer from the place is seen leaving calmly while the lookout tells her to hurry up.
The suspects appeared to be wearing heavy-duty gloves in order.
At one moment, a person from the shop strolls out all calm, and someone's keeping an eye on her, urging her to speed up. The people thought to be involved seem to have on these tough gloves, maybe so they don't get any cuts.
Not to get cut while removing the glass from the cases. Both suspects placed the jewelry and many other valuables in the bags.
So when they took off the glass from the cases, both of them put the jewelry and lots of other valuable stuff into bags. After that, they hightailed it out of the store in a black Mercury marquee.
Case at? Where the case at? Where is it at? Where he put them on?
A guy storms into the pawn shop all worked up and starts shouting about a missing case. He's demanding to know where it is, and he appears to be accusing the staff of removing. The feeling of stress in the air is increasing, and it's obvious that something is wrong.
You gonna act like I ain't got no sense?
He's accusing us of taking games out of his unit. Look at the ticket. It never said with game.
The atmosphere gets even more intense as the guy accuses the pawn shop of messing with his games. Les, the cool guy at the pawn shop, stands his ground. The customer's getting more agitated, making accusations and even talking about blowing up the place, which is just adding to the chaos.
Man, you can get your arms up off belly and none of your body parts on me, bro.
After all the stress I have, the last thing I need is a customer causing a scene.
Despite the escalating situation, Les stays calm. He tries to talk sense into the upset customer, especially with a big event coming up the next day.
I know how to walk. I ain't illiterate because I ain't part of the week, and y'all motherfuckers in my middle only put them games in there, and you wasn't even standing there when I paused it. Somebody need to blow this place up.
It's time to go, sir.
You ain't gonna get my weed off. I'm not. Let go. Can I get my weed? He'll get it for you, don't worry. You're making a threat like that?
The situation becomes alarming when the upset customer makes a threat to blow up the place. Les, rightfully concerned about the safety of everybody, asks the guy to leave. Security becomes a priority, and the customer's demand for his belongings takes a back seat to the potential danger that he's creating. It's a challenging moment for Les, who's just trying to manage the chaos caused by an irate customer.
How's it going, man?
What's going on, man?
Everything good. How about you?
I'm doing good.
Good. What can I do for you?
Let me get these like $400 for this watch right here.
What can I do for you today?
Can I get like $400 for this watch right here? It's worth $820.
Les, chilling at the pawn shop, notices a guy walking in, watch in hand. Les, being friendly, asks how things are going. The guy, hopeful, wants $400 for his watch. Les, the cool pawn detective, calmly discusses the watch's worth, revealing it's valued at about $82.
Yo, man, tell me the truth. What'd you really pay?
Telling you the truth, man. Come on, give me $4 for this watch, man. Come on, man.
We deal in high-end watches. This was worthless. Nothing for us to deal with.
Come on, give me like $450 for this watch.
Why yelling at me?
I got a baby on the way, dog.
Congratulations.
I'm sick living at the crib, man. My girl on my head.
The negotiation heat rises as the guy insists on $400, but Les suggests $7. The guy, pleading and sharing his life story about a baby on the way, asks for $400 again. Les stands firm, offering him the same price, which leads to a bit of yelling. The guy, feeling frustrated, calls the place bull ass and expresses his discontent.
You want $10?
I do with $10.
I have no idea.
Go to Coney Island. Give me
Coney Island is good.
Coney Island on $10. Got a baby on the way. They gonna do this to me, dog. But you looking like a crazy fool.
The tension escalates, and the guy feels disrespected, using strong words and even threatening Les. Les, staying cool, suggests maybe he should have been given $400, hinting at a broken lamp that needs payment. The situation gets intense, with the guy considering if he should have taken the deal.
Some cash for this watch, man. $400?
I'm sorry.
This is a bullshit ass place, man. This whole ass place, boss.
Excuse me.
You call it what? You call him a bitch?
You?
I'll knock you the out. You don't know who you talking to.
Tell me.
Y'all don't touch me, homie, dog. Touch me, dude.
Then maybe he would have been able to pay me for the lamp that he broke.
Y'all, I'm asking you, dog.
The guy, still upset, leaves the shop, but not without some fiery words. Les reflects on the encounter, realizing maybe he should have given $400 to avoid the chaos. The drama ends, leaving behind a mix of emotions and a used watch. Life at the pawn shop remains unpredictable and full of surprises.
How you doing today?
Hey, pretty good. How are you?
Real good, thanks. I'm Les.
Les, I'm Randall. How are you?
Randall, oh, you got a hell of a grip. Wow. What the hell is it?
Call it a ring.
Okay. I didn't think it was a bus. How'd you get it?
I just got it.
This guy smelled like a brewery. Okay. How much did you want?
I'd like $500 for it.
Why?
Why? Because I need it.
Yeah, I
got
you.
2 DUIs.
A person walks into the pawn shop, catching Les's attention. Things start getting interesting right away. The person wants $500 for a ring and shows it to Les. Les, being curious, asks where the ring came from and why they want to sell it. The person gets really mad when Les asks questions. The intensity in the air rises as the person angrily explains why they're selling the ring. Les stays calm, making it a surprising and dramatic moment in the pawn shop.
Well, if it was gold, I'd give you more than $500, but it's not real.
I know it's worth $500 and you're gonna give me $500.
Well, actually, if this was gold, but it was brass. It had no value. I understand. You have court issues. The problem is,
I need $500 for it.
I'm sure you do.
Man, I
don't know why you need.
As the conversation continues, Les drops a bombshell. He tells the person that if the ring were real gold, he'd offer a whopping $2,500. Feeling a glimmer of hope, the customer suggests, just give me the $2,500 then. Expectantly awaiting a positive response, Les, with a touch of humor, reveals the harsh reality. He explains that the ring is fake, not even worth $500, and he won't pay that much for a counterfeit ring.
You gotta give me something for it.
I can't give it to you. I'm sorry.
Give it to me anyway. Man, you can give me something for it. No. You give me something
just don't
for
feed
it.
on the glass. This guy was drunk.
You give me that ring back. Give me that.
It's the.
I ain't going nowhere. Man, get away from me. Get out of here!
You man?
In the midst of the ring discussion, a security guard quietly enters, taking a position behind the customer. The customer, desperate, pleads with Les to give him something for the ring, but Les, staying true to his detective skills, rejects the plea, emphasizing the ring's fake nature. Les, sensing trouble, comments that the customer seems drunk, adding another unexpected twist to the escalating situation. As the rejection sinks in, the customer, unable to contain his frustration, sits on the floor, declaring that he won't leave. The tension peaks as he becomes increasingly aggressive. The guard steps into action, forcefully dragging the defiant customer out of the store. But despite being escorted out, the customer continues to yell and make a scene.
Oh boy. I see you sweating.
Yeah.
Must be hot outside.
No, I was doing karate outside.
You're doing karate?
And judo. I'm Bruce Lee's sister.
Really?
Yeah.
As the door jingles, a woman strolls into the pawn shop rocking winter clothes in the summer heat. Now she's chatting with Les, teasing him about the sweltering weather. She even claims to be a martial arts pro, throwing around Bruce Lee's name. The banter kicks off with a request for a karate move demonstration.
She said she was Bruce Lee's sister. So what you got?
The atmosphere takes an unexpected turn when the woman unveils a unique item, a mysterious fox mink. Les, unfamiliar with such creatures, engages in a lighthearted conversation to understand more about this fox mink. The woman, with a hint of mystery, reveals her intention to sell it.
A mink fox?
I don't know. I'm not into animals.
Fox. I've heard of fox. I've heard of mink. So fox mink. Did you want to
As the conversation unfolds, Les dives into the details of the fox mink, trying to grasp its worth. The woman shares anecdotes about the origins of the item, painting a vivid picture of its history. Les, playing the role of the detective, subtly negotiates and gathers information to figure out the best deal.
Sell it. How much did you want for it?
$50,000.
The encounter concluded with the woman deciding to part ways with her fox mate. Les, using his seasoned charm, finalizes the deal. The quirky tale of the winter-dressed woman and her unique pawned item adds an unexpected twist to the usual pawn shop routine, leaving both parties with a memorable experience.
Woman comes in to sell me a high-end bottle of liquor. Ma'am, I'm
Is that what you're saying? You have no respect. When you want to take a person when they die,
fit the liquor inside the bottle.
and anytime you're going to belittle a person.
Ma'am, I didn't belittle you.
As the door chimes, the woman confidently walks in, clutching an empty liquor bottle. She aims for a bold move, attempting to pawn the bottle for a cool $100. Les, with his discerning eye, swiftly rejects the proposal, explaining that a filled bottle would fetch a better price. The woman, not thrilled with the response, raises her voice, demanding respect and expressing her discontent.
I'll give you $100.
It's not worth more than $100.
Especially when you say I wouldn't give you $100.
Don't you ever walk up to my
Baby,
dad.
hey, baby, don't point your finger.
Life after this,
Ma'am.
don't you dare ever
Ma'am,
come in
you
here
are
again.
in my face.
I don't care, you're in my dad's store, and don't you ever think about coming in here
You know
again.
what?
Turn your ass around, badass out the door now.
Nowhere, Ashley steps up like a superhero. Now, she doesn't just cool things down, she straight up shuts the woman down. With confidence, Ashley tells her to leave and never come back. Suddenly, the chaos turns into quiet thanks to Ashley's quick and firm action.
Son of a bitch. Where the hell is he? Rich! He's on the floor. People are waiting to pay us for their merchandise. He's not there. We're losing money. I've had Rich's back.
In the heart of the pawn shop, Les faces a moment of frustration and disbelief. The absence of Rich, a trusted ally for over 2 decades, leaves Les feeling betrayed. The urgency of customers waiting to make payments adds to the tension, and the weight of loyalty becomes a central theme in this unexpected turn of events.
Back since the first day he came here, over 20 years ago. I feel betrayed. Didn't I just have an employee meeting to tell everybody that they need to step up on their game? I'm watching you and Bobby J talk to these 2 girls. You're out there trying to sweet talk them, trying to bullshit with them. I'm looking for you in layaway. Where the hell are you?
I gotta sit in layaway all day long and just wait for something to happen?
As the minutes tick away, the atmosphere inside the pawn shop grows more intense. Les reflects on his long-standing support for Rich, highlighting his sense of loyalty that spans a quarter-century. He recalls a recent employee meeting where he emphasized the need for everyone to step up their game. Disappointment and frustration seep into his words as he confronts the situation, a pawn shop mystery intertwined with personal and professional loyalties.
I'm watching you and Bobby J talk to these 2 girls. They're out there trying to sell their jewelry. You're out there trying to sweet talk them, trying to bullshit with them. They end up walking out the front door. You put me in a position that you were the next to go.
In this pivotal moment, Les delivers a stern warning to a fellow employee, Bobby J. The scene unfolds with Les observing interactions and attempts at sweet-talking customers. The threat of termination looms as he recounts the consequences of letting down the team. The dialogue underscores the severity of the situation and the potential impact on job security. Tension rises as Les grapples with the repercussions of the unfolding events.
Rich, I'm out. Tell your dad to off.
You up your job.
As the confrontation escalates, Les draws a line in the sand. The ultimatum is clear: compliance or termination. The final seconds capture the raw emotion and frustration of a loyal employee who feels unappreciated and misunderstood.
He knew he was in trouble once we walked through that door. Joe, did you steal from me? Tell me the truth.
Inside the pawn shop, a sense of trouble looms as the head of security, Joe, faces a difficult moment. The air is heavy with anticipation as accusations are laid out. In a tense exchange, the truth emerges when Joe admits to stealing. The weight of the admission sets the stage for the unraveling of a trusted employee's actions.
The detectives call in uniformed officers to put the cuffs on. And then he reaches into his pocket and pulls out an assortment of jewelry worth over $7,000.
As the admission hangs in the air, the situation takes an unexpected turn. Detectives call in uniformed officers to apprehend Joe. A place built on trust is now shaken to its core as the true extent of the betrayal unfolds.
You go this way. This is my loyal employee, my head of
The arrest unfolds and reality sinks in for the pawn shop owner. The disbelief is evident as a devoted employee, the head of security for the previous 3 years, is carried away in handcuffs. The emotional weight of the betrayal is clear in the owner's voice, which expresses the anguish of putting trust in someone who later proved dishonest.
If he was, it could be anyone.
As the scene unfolds, questions linger in the air. The owner ponders the possibility of Joe working with someone else, leaving the situation shrouded in uncertainty. The aftermath of the betrayal raises concerns about potential accomplices and adds another layer to the unfolding drama. The final seconds leave the audience in suspense, contemplating the true extent of the security guard's actions.
Are you her customer or mine?
I'm talking to you. Come on.
This lady got so irate because she wanted to be next in line. She wanted to be first. She felt that she was the most important out of every customer. You're next in line, so let me be right with you.
Okay, well, come on. It doesn't matter. What the are you? You're not the police. I can talk to whoever I want to talk to. What are you going to do?
You already know.
In the opening scene, Ashley is at the counter with a lengthy line of customers. A sudden disruption occurs when a black woman attempts to cut in front of everybody else. Ashley confronts her, asking, "What are you doing?" The woman becomes upset, but Ashley firmly asserts, "You can't do that stuff here."
Goodbye.
Come back here. Let's talk right now. Take the receipt.
What would you like to do with it, ma'am?
I want to pay.
Well, you have to go to those windows.
No. I come to this line any other time.
Not at this window. It's
Okay, well, I'm not going to stand in the line.
in the wrong line. Get in the other line.
And I'm not going to get in another line. I'm going to walk straight up to the damn window.
We won't take you.
The woman continued standing in line at the counter. Les approached her, inquiring about the situation. She explained that she wanted to pay, but refused to move to the next window. Les informed her that in the pawn shop, crossing others in line isn't allowed, emphasizing the importance of waiting your turn.
Care of you.
Well, y'all just only come.
See this lady here? All the other customers.
Okay, and I always come to this line.
I'm sorry. You have to stand in the other line.
Okay, well, I'll be back before y'all close.
You can do whatever you want in this line. She can't. Can't wait your turn.
We'll be back later.
Following the interaction, the woman eventually complied and moved to another window. Les, taking action, instructed the workers at that window not to accept their payment. He firmly directed the woman to wait in line like the other customers, reinforcing the shop's policy on fair and orderly transactions.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, jackass.
Take your
Bitch.
Take
Yeah, that's you.
and get it.
You. Yeah, make me.
We don't,
Sir,
we don't want
please.
this. You can take this stuff.
Sir,
And
sir,
put it where the
listen.
sun don't shine.
Listen. I don't know what the problem was.
As the interaction begins, the customer expresses gratitude, but the tone takes an unexpected turn. Tensions rise as the customer's language becomes confrontational. The shopkeeper, addressing the situation calmly, refuses to tolerate mistreatment. The dynamics shift from appreciation to conflict, showcasing the challenges of customer service in a brief yet intense moment.
Came in here, tried to spend my money is what I did. That's what I did.
Okay.
And come instead of trying to come in here, I'm not even talking to you.
I need a liver transplant.
Why?
Seriously?
They didn't even look at these cards.
Sour Patch Kids.
The narrative unfolds with the arrival of another customer, visibly intoxicated. The shopkeeper navigates the encounter with a mix of tolerance and assertiveness. The customer attempts to engage in banter, revealing signs of alcohol influence. The shopkeeper, unswayed, maintains composure and subtly addresses the situation, highlighting the challenges of dealing with individuals under the influence.
I'm not even out here trying to get this $30.
Not paying on my.
$50 for that.
Jeff, take him out, please.
Better not put it in your car.
How would you?
Man, what the?
In this segment, a discussion ensues about cards and a potential liver transplant. The shopkeeper encounters a situation where the customer's intentions are unclear. Misunderstandings arise, and the shopkeeper skillfully navigates the conversation. The dialogue touches on humorous elements while portraying the complexity of communication in a retail setting.
What is it, ma'am?
Is it?
I don't know, you tell me.
Man, come on, you the dude with the ponytail?
The wife's racking my nuts on the telephone constantly.
Just tie 2 earrings in your ears.
Does it matter?
Just take it off, put it with mine a little bit, let it get a little bit more weight to it, and go ahead and give me my money.
Does that make sense?
Right this way.
You can't come back.
Damn this! Go out my way now! One of y'all touch me! I'll break this.
I'm more than happy to go to the ends of the earth for you. When you come in like an ass, you be walked out like an ass.
The scene takes a surprising turn as the atmosphere shifts. The shopkeeper reassures the customers that, despite challenges, the store is dedicated to going the extra mile for them. The encounter, starting with tension, concludes with an assurance of excellent service. This final part encapsulates the roller coaster of emotions within a brief time frame, showcasing the highs and lows of customer interactions.
You need some help today?
Man, how you doing, brother? What's the deal on this TV here?
This TV right here is $400.
$400?
Yeah.
I was in here 2 weeks ago, sold you this mother for $90. Now you're gonna ask me $400 for it, man?
In the electronics section of the store, a customer named Robert engages in a conversation about a TV with the store employee. The casual tone sets the stage for what seems like a routine interaction. The customer questions the TV's price, sparking a humorous recount of a previous encounter where he claims to have purchased the same TV for a lower price.
Are you kidding me? So you're making a $310 profit off me? Bull, man.
Can I help you?
Who are you, man? I come in here 2 weeks ago, just like I told this gentleman. Do something with your hair, man. And then y'all gonna sell it for $400? You gonna make that much profit off me?
As the dialogue unfolds, the customer expresses dissatisfaction with the marked up price, claiming the store will profit significantly from his purchase. A manager steps in, attempting to resolve the situation. Tensions rise as the customer questions the legitimacy of the price hike and demands a resolution, emphasizing the financial disparity between his purchase and the intended selling price.
Brother,
where's your receipt?
Can you not understand English, my brother?
No, I can't, my brother. I don't believe they want a TV for nothing.
I'll just take the TV, man. No.
The customer threatens to take the TV and leave without making a purchase. The manager issues a stern warning, asserting that any attempt to take the TV without completing the transaction will result in immediate removal from the store. The confrontation takes an assertive turn, with both parties standing their ground.
Once I get this TV, man, get above me. Man, get off me. Man, get off me. I ain't going outside. Get my damn shoe, player. Y'all got my shoe. You got my money. It's joint.
This guy was acting like a total baby. He wanted attention, and he got it.
Despite the warnings, the customer decides to leave the store, expressing discontent with the entire experience. He accuses the store of mistreatment and vows never to return. The situation concludes with dramatic flair as the customer exits, leaving behind a sense of dissatisfaction and a promise never to return.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Well, actually, I'm not doing so good.
No?
My grandma just passed.
I'm sorry.
I was like hoping to.
Okay, so whose ring is this?
My grandma's.
Oh. So you want to just pawn it, right? Because you want to be able to get it back?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
It's not real. What you mean it's not real?
It's not real gold.
You saying basically y'all set up here and waste my time talking to you?
You don't waste your time. If you have a TV, you can pawn your TV.
What the f*** I look like pawning my TV?
Do you have a TV?
I need to speak with somebody else because you irritate me flat out.
It's acting really erratic and it's making me really nervous.
Lower your voice.
Don't
Lower your
tell
voice.
me
Lower
what
your
to do.
voice.
Don't
Lower
put your
voice.
finger in
Lower
my
your
face.
voice. Lower
Don't
your
put
voice.
your finger.
Ashley breaks the news that the ring isn't real. The person gets upset, saying it's not fake. Ashley suggests pawning a TV instead, but he questions why he should. Despite Ashley's efforts, the man gets angrier, repeatedly telling her to lower her voice. Ashley asks him not to point fingers at her face, but he ignores her.
I'm trying to help you solve
Like
the
this,
issue.
lower your voice.
The next thing I know, this guy snapped.
Lower
Don't
your
tell
voice.
me
Lower
what
your
to do.
voice.
Don't
Lower
put
your
your
voice.
finger.
You got me f***ed up. No, let's go. Let me go. Let me go.
On the ground. On the ground. On the ground, mother.
The This episode where a heavily muscled individual made his way over to meet Les to complain about equipment he got from the store that got busted.
Somebody bought this. This piece of junk I bought in here just a couple days ago don't work now. It's broken.
What is it?
Little ab lounger I bought here, man. Workout.
In the midst of the pawn shop's hustle, a burly customer approaches Les with a complaint. He's upset about a busted piece of exercise equipment, an AV lounger purchased just days ago. Les, sticking to the store policy, explains that they can only provide an exchange, not a cash refund. Tensions rise as the customer vehemently rejects the idea of an exchange, demanding his money back. They can only hand over another item in place of the faulty one.
If you had the receipt, I could give you an exchange. I could give you something.
I don't want an exchange because it's probably going to be some again. How about you just get my money?
As the disagreement escalates, the customer insists on a cash refund, dismissing the option of another item. Les faces a dilemma, stuck between policy and customer satisfaction. The clash intensifies as the customer becomes forceful in his demand for a monetary refund, setting the stage for a heated confrontation. Les could match him word for word without fear.
Better be some money.
Or what?
Or what? There's going to be a problem. How about
What
that?
kind of...
Les, accompanied by his trusty companion Byron the Snuggle Bear, stands his ground. The customer challenges Les with threats of problems if he doesn't comply. Unfazed, Les maintains his position, asserting that the store's policy is non-negotiable. The heir becomes charged with confrontation as both parties refuse to back down.
I don't need it.
As things got super heated between Les and the customer, Byron tried to step in to calm the man down. As the situation reaches a boiling point, Les and the customer engage in a verbal showdown. The customer grows increasingly forceful and Les warns against physical contact. Byron attempts to mediate and calm the customer, but his intervention takes an unexpected turn, adding a new layer of tension to the already heated exchange.
Really?
The confrontation takes a risky turn when the customer, ignoring Les's warnings, attempts physical contact. Byron, in a misguided attempt to intervene, escalates the situation further. Les stands firm, refusing to be intimidated while tensions continue to rise. Les questions a man's marriage. Les uses a customer's words against her. There's trouble in the office, but Les reminds Seth that he's the boss. Les kicks off the day questioning a man's marriage, using customers' words against her. Trouble brews in the office, but Les asserts his authority as the boss, teaching a disrespectful man a memorable lesson. Les shows that he's not just a pawnbroker, baby. He's a boss in control. Here are savage Les Gold moments. It looks like Les is more interested in this man's marriage than his business. Les woke up this morning with the urge to roast someone, and of all the people he could roast, he picked this guy. Things take an unexpected turn. Now, in a surprising twist, Les dives into the man's marriage, leaving everybody shocked. Les humorously challenges the man's absurd scenario, roasting him in a way that only Les can. The man's attempt to buy an anniversary present with his wife's jewelry backfires, adding a touch of humor to the pawn shop drama.
You get a watch for my wife's anniversary.
Oh, it's not your anniversary too?
Well, yeah, it is mine too.
How many years you been together?
25 years.
Oh, okay. How many good ones? So how did you get these?
Well, we were going through some of her jewelry. She said this belonged to my grandma.
They're not real.
Les posts a customer's watch request, questioning the authenticity of the jewelry. Unfazed, Les detects the fake and confronts the customer's peculiar anniversary gift plan. The customer tries to defend himself, but Les, in his signature style, keeps it real and uncovers the truth behind the fake jewelry. But hold on a second. How come the old man wants to buy his wife an anniversary present with her own jewelry? That is one hell of a ridiculous scenario. What this man could have done at this moment is leave. But nope, some of these customers love to start drama.
This is older than both of us.
It probably is. But it was fake when it was made, and it's still fake.
Les faces a customer who crosses the line, insulting his family. For the first time, Les takes matters into his own hands, delivering a stern warning. The tension rises as Les draws the line, showcasing a side of him that won't tolerate disrespect towards his loved ones.
Yeah?
Okay, I've seen your wife.
Listen, mother, there's two things you don't talk about.
What's that?
My wife and my family.
Oh,
so here's the deal.
For a moment, we thought...
Two of you?
Here's the deal.
Get out of here, two of you!
I'll hurt you guys so bad.
Sure you will.
In a final showdown, Les lays down the law. With no patience left, he kicks the disrespectful customers out, warning them of dire consequences if they return. Les reveals his savage side, making it clear that disrespecting his family won't be tolerated under any circumstances.
Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
That's good. I want to pawn this TV.
I can go 100.
Excuse me?
So here's a guy who wants $400 on a $200 TV. What the is he thinking?
People can help me move my stuff back in my mother's house. 100 is not going to do, sir. I need more than that.
But I can't give you more. See, it's a used TV.
A young man enters the pawn shop seeking to pawn a TV for $400. Les, the owner, declines the initial offer and counteroffers $100. The guy, explaining his need to move back to his mom's house, expresses that $100 won't be sufficient for his situation.
You know, I have to get away. You see this? He did this last night.
What did he do to you last night?
He beat me up last night. You clearly don't see that. See, you know what? You want to cause me to lose my mother temper.
I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. I thought he had nice skin. He didn't have any bruises on him. I don't need to call security.
You don't need to call them. What
The guy made up a story about daily abuse from his roommate, seeking empathy to pawn the TV for his escape. Les remained skeptical, noting the absence of visible bruises, praising the boy's clear skin. In response, the boy, feeling cornered, requests the involvement of security, hinting at a potential dramatic turn of events.
you gonna do? What, you from Africa? Oh, okay. Anyway, like I said, can you give me the 400 you paid?
We sell them for $200.
Hold on. Y'all.
Thank you so much.
Sure is.
Have a nice day.
You.
Thank you.
You better lucky I'm gonna throw this big mother at. Where is my key?
Les, trying to find a middle ground, offers $125, but the boy declines and insists on calling the guards. Les, unfazed, reveals the presence of the guard behind the boy. The situation ends with the boy taking the TV and leaving the pawn shop without the need for additional security intervention.
How about your fat ass take it out? You work here, ain't you getting paid to do this?
I look like a butler to you.
I don't give a my gonna come in here and get this motherfucker. You better. His big ass gonna beat your little ass, fat bitch.
Him in what army?
Motherfucker, come from behind this counter.
A tense situation arises as a black woman directs angry shouts at a guard. The guard, responding defensively, questions her, asking if he appears to be a butler in a moment of unexpected confrontation.
You get back here. Your big ass on my way. Get this motherfucking speaker and take it outside. You want me to stop? Take the
You brought it in. You're gonna take it out. So take it out.
I'm not picking that up
Then
and
you're
taking it
leaving it
outside. Y'all can get your old ass
Take
out.
your ass out of here.
I'm
What's
gonna
your
take bitch ass out of here, y'all.
You're not going to come in threatening my employees.
Who gonna bring it outside?
Despite Seth's efforts to intervene, the black woman continues her relentless shouting. Even another guard struggles to remove her. Suddenly, she notices Les, the owner, standing behind her. In an unexpected turn, she bursts into laughter and mockingly tells Les to leave.
Yo, big ass, you can grab that bitch too, ogre. My big ass, shrek ass following behind me.
We will give you the respect and the decency you deserve, but when you're threatening my family, we throw you out of here.
Bitches, for life.
Taking matters into her own hands, the woman starts leaving, dubbing the guards as Shrek on her way out. The situation takes an unexpected and humorous turn as she adds a touch of sass to her departure.
Let's take a look at it.
All right. I'm here with my man, and we got in a big argument, and he left me, so I need to get back home.
He left you here?
To Hawaii.
Oh, really? Where about?
Honolulu.
Oh, okay.
Got a ride from my cousin, so you gotta hurry up.
There came a woman at Ashley's counter to sell her chain. Now Ashley's looking at her chain to see whether it's worthy enough or not. She's asking Ashley to hurry up as she has to leave earlier as her spouse has left her alone here.
Really? Okay, how much did you need? I was just trying to knot this for you to be nice, but...
$600.
What up with that?
I got this from one of my aunts in Africa. This is $600.
Oh, do you know what it is? It's actually a Tahitian pearl.
No, this is from Africa. This is an African pearl.
Ashley asked her how much she wanted for her jewelry. Now the woman said $600, which is a lot more than Ashley was willing to spend, since Ashley said that it's not an African stone, but the woman was arguing that it was.
600.
My ticket cost $600, that's how much I need.
Do you have anything else?
No.
Excuse me?
No.
Ashley told her that they're not African pearls, so it's not worth $600, but far less. It was at this point that the woman started acting rude. Ashley got shocked at her stupidity and rude behavior. Eventually, she started behaving really bad as Ashley got angrier. What's gonna happen next?
600 or not?
You can't get 600 on this. Okay. And also, don't call me a bitch.
So you mean to tell me that this ain't worth a mother thing?
That's not what I said. It could be worth something.
Okay, can I get $5.99?
No.
Some kind of problem?
Okay.
Exactly.
Can I get $600
No,
or
you
not?
can't get anything.
Okay,
You can't talk to her like this. You can't get...
Oh, I left you now.
Bitch, you don't know what I'm not leaving no place.
Yes, you are.
Oh, no. All right.
Oh, yes,
What?
you are.
What are you gonna do?
I'll kiss my...
Honey, you don't have that kind of money.
All right. You. All of y'all. Bitch.
If you want some help, talk to us like a human being.
I'm leaving.
Aloha.
Who the they think they is? Them.
Which...
Some jewelry for my daughter. Her birthday's in like 2 weeks.
For sure. How old is she gonna be?
She's gonna be 12.
She's gonna be 12.
Yep.
Do you want a Kleenex?
I've got allergies, man. I itch like super bad. I'm not picking it, I promise.
Okay. We have a heart one. It's really pretty.
Can I see it?
There came a man to Ashley asking for something to buy for his daughter. Now he inferred that she's about 12 years old and he wants something interesting for her. But he's constantly picking his nose, which was making Ashley cringe. He's not stopping from doing such cryptic things, but he's constantly doing it in public. Ashley asked him to let her know if there was something he was interested in buying for his daughter.
Look at it.
How much you want to spend?
Like 100, 150, but
75.
can I touch it though? That's bull.
I was charging him like $75 on this watch just to give him a deal so he didn't have to touch it with his snotty hands. Can I see the sanitizer for a second?
Now the man selected a watch, but Ashley didn't want him to touch anything with his dirty hands. She asked him about his range and he said he wants something under $100, and the watch was $75. The man didn't agree to buy it. Now Ashley's just getting furious over his silliness.
I'm gonna use sanitizer. Why don't you guys go yourself?
I don't even care about the sale anymore. I just want him out of here.
Ashley asked him to use sanitizer before touching anything in the shop, but he refused. Now this is going to be a very serious problem. They're probably going to have a fight. Ashley got angry and asked him to leave despite no deal. She just wanted him gone. She didn't care for the deal or profit, but just getting him out of the shop. Well, then came the guards who made sure that he left, and Ashley used sanitizer everywhere on everything that he put his hands on. Well, that's it for today, everybody. Thanks for being part of the Hardcore Pawn adventure with us. We hope you like the drama and the surprises. Stay tuned for more pawn shop stories. See you next time.
Welcome back to our channel, guys.
I need my money.
What you so mad for? Go ahead.
Man, they took my money, man.
Today, we've got a wild ride for you on Hardcore Pawn with some idiots. Get ready for a roller coaster of laughs, absurdity, and unexpected turns on this episode of Hardcore Pawn, where the ordinary becomes extraordinary. A $3 bill.
Hi, excuse me.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm looking for a watch, maybe about $100. I got $100 to spend.
Well, 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 look at this drama unfolding in our favorite pawn shop. A woman struts in like she owns the place. The owner, trying to impress her, showcases some bling, and she's all ears. It's like a weird dance of possessions.
That's really pretty.
It's really
Looks
pretty.
good on you. That one's 100.
100. I'll take it.
Okay.
Things are heating up. The woman, feeling all high and mighty, wants the pricey watch. Negotiations are on, and after some back and forth, she says yes. Cash time, right? Wrong.
Now we add tax on that. It's gonna be 106.
All right. Here.
Hold up, the plot twist is here. She pulls out a gift card worth $100 and thinks she's the queen of the Pawn Palace. The owner's face? Priceless. She's like, lady, are you serious?
These are not our gift cards.
What would you call it? It
These
says
are
preferred customer.
No snap, the owner ain't buying it. He accuses the gift card of being faker than a $3 bill. Trauma alert. The woman's in denial, insisting it's legit. This is better than a soap opera.
Apply $100 on it. That is not our gift card.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a full-blown showdown. The owner versus the woman. It's like a bad reality show. She's trying to swipe that card. He's not having it. Cue the verbal fireworks.
Okay, I'm not about to lose,
Hold on
all
one
right?
second. Let me explain this
I'm
to her.
not about to lose. I want to watch turn around and swipe.
The tension is thick, and so is the irony. The woman's yelling, the owner's smirking. It's like a comedy sketch gone wrong. This fight is going in circles, and I'm here for it.
You the ugliest two sisters I've ever seen in my life.
Finally, someone with common sense. The owner kicks her out like he's escorting a misbehaving guest from a party. She's asking for directions like she's lost. Well, she kind of is, lost in her own questionable choices.
I'm gonna get my money.
Hey, Byron, show her where the money's at.
My money.
He's gonna show you where the money's at.
As she's thrown out, she's hollering about fraud and wanting her money back. Lady, you tried to pull a fast one, and now you're left with nothing but echoes of your failed scam. Better luck next time, or not.
Go ahead.
Man, they took my money, man. Somebody want $100.
Penguin generator guest. Well, folks, here we're witnessing more loss than a fish in a chess game. Round 2 of generator education, anyone?
Could I take it to my house?
After a reluctant re-explanation, our penguin's eyes light up, as if witnessing a magic trick or realizing he only has $500.
You want to buy it or not?
I want to borrow it at least.
Borrow
to see
it?
what the f it worth.
Give me $700. You can borrow it indefinitely.
Cue the chaos. Security guards swoop in, dragging our penguin out like a grumpy rock star exiting the stage.
Oh, you want to bet?
Excuse me.
Have a good day, sir.
Hell no. No. No.
Have a good day, sir.
No.
Gun desk. Today at the pawn shop, a lady brought in a mysterious desk that moonlights as a gun desk. A desk with a concealed firearm. She's clueless about its value, but is selling it like a quirky antiquity. If danger strikes, just push the button and file your stress away.
Where in the world did you get this?
I got it in an estate sale. I was just looking for a nice little desk to put a guest book on.
Apparently, the lady got this gun desk from an estate sale, thinking it was just a cute desk for a guest book. The seller's reaction? He's seen hidden guns in everything. Swords, canes, cameras, but a gun-disguised desk? It's like 007's DIY project gone wrong.
You're really not going to stop anybody if you shoot them in the thigh with a small 22 like that. Well, it's not even a regular 22. It's a 22 short or something, it looks like.
The pawnshop seller, baffled by the antique gun desk, insists on a buddy inspection to verify its age. The buyer, eager for the coolest desk ever, is like, where's the gun though? Antique furniture shopping meets gun control comedy.
This thing is a gun. You press there's the trigger. That falls down, hits the hammer. The bullet flies out this way.
The second seller is utterly perplexed by the gun desk, questioning its practicality. He's pondering who would buy a tiny desk with a hidden firearm. Meanwhile, the buyer's probably thinking, well, it's the perfect desk for a high-stakes game of hide-and-seek.
The other thing is, I don't know how old this thing is.
The seller delves into firearm logistics, explaining the pre-1898 loophole in the concealed weapon twist. Meanwhile, the buyer's probably regretting not majoring in antique desk forensics.
Okay, it's one to have a gun, but now you have a concealed weapon because it's a hidden gun. Have you had it apart?
Yes.
The seller navigates the murky waters of antique gun regulations. The buyer, eager for a legal loophole, contemplates turning the gun desk into a non-threatening relic. Antique buyer drama at its finest.
Thanks for bringing it in.
Oh, you're welcome.
I really wish I could have bought this because the odds of another gun desk coming in here are slim to none.
Super Bowl ring. Walked into the pawn shop like a Super Bowl champ flaunting a ring fit for the football gods. The seller's dreaming of a touchdown deal at $22,000. But he's ready to settle for $19,500 because even champions negotiate in the end zone.
I'm looking to get anywhere from like $22,000 to $21,000 for the ring, but if $19,500 was to hit it, I'd take it.
The seller got the ring from a forgetful wide receiver deal. It's from Super Bowl 39, and despite the shop owner's dislike for the Patriots, he acknowledges their success. An issue with the ring's mark is noted.
If this Super Bowl ring is the real McCoy, it's worth tens of thousands of dollars. but a hand-engraved manufacturer's mark just doesn't seem right to me.
The pawn shop worker with a quirky habit of hoarding Super Bowl rings scrutinizes the suspect engraving on the Patriots ring. The seller's mid-20s price tag meets skepticism as the shop owner delays, realizing this ring's authenticity quest might need more detective work than expected.
I'm gonna have to get somebody in here because it just doesn't look right. I want to do a little bit more research, so we'll get this thing figured out.
The seller's nervous about the big bucks, defending the ring's authenticity with player credibility. The pawn shop worker, still skeptical, calls in an expert, and in walks Jeremy, the ring detective, ready for some bling investigation.
Now, rings that are given to players are far more valuable than if they're given to a front office staff member or something.
The expert, dropping knowledge on the 04 Patriots ring, relishes Eagles' losses. He educates on the ring's bling, emphasizing player rings' value, and highlights the counterfeit struggle. The pawn shop now is a sports memorabilia professor.
Usually you would see that not only in a different location, but it looks to be actually hand engraved rather than actually out of the machine.
The expert dissects the Jostens mystery, noting hand engraving and unique features. Despite the unconventional markings, he vouches for the ring's legitimacy. The 04 Patriots bling gets a 100% authenticity seal, and the pawn shop rejoices in a victory for sports memorabilia truth.
They actually had to have somebody laser engrave each and every ring. So this ring is 100% legit, and it's pretty awesome.
Sweet.
The appraisal moment arrives, and the expert places the 04 Patriots ring in the high demand category, estimating it between $30,000 to $35,000.
Super Bowl rings from players such as this sell from about $30,000 to $35,000.
Nice, nice.
The seller, aware of economic woes, starts at $22,000. But the pawn shop owner, considering the long wait, bargains at $18,000. Negotiations roll with a counteroffer of $21,000, reminding the seller you don't have anything like this in your showcase. The ring dance continues.
I go 21. You don't have anything like this in your showcases. I know you have a Patriots ring, but you don't have that Patriots ring.
After intense haggling, the 04 Patriots ring lands in the pawn shop owner's possession for $20,000 cash. Family banter erupts over the new addition, turning it into a $20,000 paperweight threat. The ring battlefield unfolds.
I'll give you 20 grand.
Pass.
20 grand. Cash. $100 bills. Just because I need a Super Bowl ring for every one of my fingers. Deal.
Deal.
All right.
German spy camera. At the start, the speaker enters a pawn shop and introduces the item, a 1950s German spy camera reminiscent of something out of Inspector Gadget. The brief mention of Inspector Gadget adds a touch of intrigue and playfulness to the scene.
So how's it work? You adjust these little dials here depending on what you're trying to take your photo of.
The focus shifts to the camera itself, identified as a Minox 3. The speaker highlights its compact size, likening to a cigarette lighter.
If you give a 10-year-old a camera and say it's not just a camera, it's a spy camera, it probably got you out of your parents' hair for a couple hours a day. Oh, yeah.
The customer expresses the purpose of their visit to sell the 1950s Minox 3 spy camera. The stated price expectation is around $150, indicating the perceived value of the vintage device.
With all this on there, it makes it completely illegal for me to have anything to do with it.
Chopper loan negotiation.
So how can I help you?
Yes, I got this.
I can help him.
I got it. How do you think you know more about silver than I do?
I know how to price it. I know exactly how to...
In a high-stakes confrontation at a jewelry counter, emotions flare as two individuals argue over expertise. Tensions rise with each claim about pricing silver, creating a chaotic scene.
$30,001.
No, it's not the $1.
30 grand.
I'd like to say yes.
Listen, 40 or 20. Let's flip a coin.
The scene shifts to a pawn shop where negotiations over a custom-made chopper motorcycle take center stage. The owner seeks a loan, facing financial struggles and desperate circumstances.
What are you doing?
What you got?
See if I can get a loan on my chopper. It's a 113 motor. The motor alone was $7,000.
The stakes rise as a coin flip determines the fate of a $20,000 loan for the chopper. The tension escalates, showcasing the unpredictability of financial decisions and the impact on the customer's life.
I've seen a lot of motorcycles come in here, but I've never seen one like this.
Okay. I need about $10,000.
The focus shifts to the custom chopper's specifications and sentimental value, highlighting the emotional connection due to the brothers' craftsmanship. The negotiation becomes a delicate balance of compassion and financial reality.
On a loan, about $5,000.
Paying off both, or I mean...
$5,000. I'll go $5,500.
All right.
Deal. All right, we'll get you $5,500.
The episode concludes with a deal struck at $5,500 for the motorcycle. Despite falling short of the initial request, there's a glimmer of hope for the customer, bringing a mix of relief and uncertainty. Misguided price pursuit.
Look at that.
Is it real? Oh, you gotta pull this. Pull that. Try pulling that.
I don't know how much that is.
You got nothing.
Two black women enter a pawn shop and discover a game machine. Excitement turns to disappointment as they realize it's for entertainment only, not for winning real prizes.
This is a toy.
That's a toy.
It's a toy. This is here for the
You're the manager?
I'm the manager.
Oh, nice.
You're not gonna get it.
The atmosphere intensifies as the women express their displeasure, demanding a prize from the machine. The situation escalates and the guard steps in to address the misunderstanding.
Let's go out. Well, just keep walking, man. Don't tell me what's going on. Come on.
Y'all out of order.
The conflict peaks as the women continue to argue for a manager's intervention. The guard ultimately expels them from the pawn shop, concluding the incident. Bubble hockey.
Bubble hockey.
Detroit Classic. I'm thinking $2,500.
How much did you pay for it 10 years ago?
$3,500.
A pawn shop encounter unfolds as a customer eyes a bubble hockey game. Negotiations kick off with the customer seeking $2,500, but the pawnbroker questions the value.
Under $1,000.
Maybe we work out a little game. Winner gets the price.
$900 if you win, $500 if I win.
Oh, can't do it.
The negotiation continues with the pawnbroker proposing a lower price, suggesting a gaming duel to determine the final cost. The customer hesitates, seeking a higher amount.
$100 out of this.
16 you win, 400 I win.
All right, I win $1,600.
The game begins and the customer dominates the bubble hockey match, securing a convincing victory. The pawnbroker acknowledges the expertise and adjusts the evaluation accordingly.
Let's go.
I know I'm gonna win this bet.
These aren't those $1,200 ones?
The conclusion sees the pawnbroker acknowledging the high value of the game, recognizing it as a genuine classic worth $2,500. The customer prepares to complete the transaction. Wrestling trunk triumph.
We have a champion item for you today.
I think I got your new bathing suit over here.
I don't think that's my size or my style.
The episode presents champion-level memorabilia, wrestling trunks worn by Titus O'Neil during Money in the Bank. Banter between the pawn shop staff sets a lighthearted tone.
Well, these are wrestling trunks.
Okay, are they worth anything?
So where did you guys get these?
From a buddy of mine shortly after the show.
Negotiations unfold as the seller details the trunk's origin, worn by Titus O'Neil and his college football background. Price discussions ensue, involving humor and strategic bargaining.
Oh, how much are you looking to get?
$1,800.
Are they worth that?
What do you think about 800?
What about 14?
Money at $1,000. Go for it.
You have a deal.
All right.
The negotiation reaches a climax as Chumley proposes $800, leading to an amusing wrestling-themed banner. The final agreement settles at $1,000, and the seller agrees to the deal.
And you sure this is like real and everything?
Yeah.
But you're sure they're real?
110%.
Concerns about authentication arise, with reassurance that the trunks are genuine. Rick, the pawn shop owner, decides to break even on the purchase and seeks dinner in return.
I'm gonna go look at stuff I understand.
I thought you might want to put this back in your collection.
Absolutely. It was my first WWE Championship match, and I won the Tag Team Championship.
Titus O'Neil makes a surprise entrance at the restaurant, sharing the backstory of the trunks and their historical significance. The emotional reunion adds a personal touch to the transaction.
We bought them for $1,000, so if you just let me break even and give me dinner, I'm good.
Got me a little black bag and everything. Look at that.
The episode concludes with Titus O'Neil expressing gratitude, and the pawn shop staff excitedly anticipates dinner. The atmosphere remains lighthearted, emphasizing the unique experiences of the pawn shop. Gunfire and negotiation.
And it was handed through the generations to me.
What are you trying to get out of it?
I'm looking for $50K.
50,000.
50,000.
Corey introduces Alex to Craig, who has a fascinating antique wheel lock gun. The guys are amazed by its rarity and history, and Alex is about to share some cool facts.
Man, this is stunning. Dating from about 1600s. I've never seen anything like it before, but he's asking $50,000.
Alex dives into the history of the wheel lock, revealing it's a German-made firearm from the 1600s. Craig is nervously considering a $50,000 price tag. Alex suggests a test at the range.
Yeah, this is special. I love this wheel lock. And you still want 50 grand for it? Absolutely.
After research, Alex discovers that the gun belonged to a Prince Archbishop's personal guard. The guys head to the range for a nerve-wracking but successful test, and Craig's asking price is discussed.
Nice! What do you think it's worth now? I think it's $40,000.
In a quirky twist, Corey notices devil emoji targets for a gun designed to protect a Prince Archbishop. The gun fires impressively, and Alex estimates its value at $40,000.
Not as easily as I could do 30.
I would go 32.5.
We'll lose it over that. We'll do 32.5.
The negotiation begins with Corey expressing admiration for the unique gun. After some back and forth, they settle on $32,500, striking a deal for the exceptional wheel-lock gun. Churchill letter. A historical dealer brings a Winston Churchill letter to the pawn shop. The seller's writing? Not so great. But hey, it's Churchill, and the drama begins.
I have a Winston S. Churchill typed letter signed. Okay.
A quirky twist. Churchill wrote to a food writer about a paperweight from Benjamin Disraeli. The pawn shop team dives into the historical circus, paperweights and all. Enter Steve, the expert, unraveling the mystery of Churchill's signature. The magnification saga begins, complete with ink flow discussions and hilarious attempts to decipher the genius's handwriting. A surprise appearance by a 1968 Jack Kevorkian Volkswagen van shakes things up. The chopper deal is done, but now Churchill's letter gets a comedic price tag dance. Negotiations, magnifications, and laughs galore.
The thing I do like about this is it's got the writing on it, and I would put the value at the high end of that scope, so probably about $1,500.
The final act, the pawn shop owner, a smooth talker, bargains down to $1,200. The deals are sealed and everyone heads off with laughs, paperweights, and probably a newfound appreciation for historical handwriting challenges.
I think $1,200 sounds good.
All right, it's a deal.
Thank you, Mr. Harrison.
Meet you right over there. We'll do some paperwork.
Goofball. Our tale kicks off with a grinning goofball strutting into a watch shop, exuding joy like he just hit the jackpot. His guest snagged the ultimate timepiece. The shop's proprietor, eyes sparkling with mischief, unveils a watch that could outshine Big Ben. Our hero, wide-eyed like a kid in a candy store, marvels, "Wow," treating it like a time-traveling marvel. But oh snap, it's tagged at a hefty $75. Cold, hard cash, not Monopoly money. Undeterred, our bold hero eyeballs another watch, a jaw-dropping $599. His face? Priceless shock. Unfazed, he blurts, "Yes, I want it!" Then comes the knee slapper. He pulls out a crumbled $2 bill. The shopkeeper holds back laughter, educates him. "That's $2,000, sir."
It's a $2 bill.
Okay, and it's worth $2,000.
You can practically see the gears in the guy's noggin spinning, desperately seeking a way out. "Anyone up for a cash exchange?" he suggests, madness twinkling in his eyes. The shopkeeper, smelling trouble, hesitates, perhaps a financial genius or a victim of too many cartoons. In a wild finale, our hero with a mischievous grin hurls absurd insults like, "You're chunky with a giraffe-like neck." The bewildered shopkeeper calls in the guard. Enter the guard, booting out the funny guy, leaving the shop in stitches.
Hey, have a good day.
Big Mouth is hungry.
Unexpected drama. Strap in for a wild pawn shop ride. A lady steals the spotlight, but surprise, Mr. Sneaky tiptoes in for a bear hug, sparking unexpected drama. Gasps echo as the leading lady jumps, but it's just a playful fella.
Great day in American jewelry.
Laughter erupts. Who knew a pawn shop could be a comedy club? In this 6-second snippet, the pawn shop transforms into a stage for unexpected antics, surprising and delighting in this unlikely comedy setting.
Great day in American jewelry. What can I say?
In the chaotic shop hustle, a dude flaunts a watch that could fund a small country. The shopkeeper, hungry for a bargain, attempts a haggling dance. But Mr. Watch Wizard wants stacks on stacks.
I came over to sell a beautiful watch. Okay, tell me a little about it.
Cue the dramatic moment as the shopkeeper grabs him, yelling, "Hold up, time traveler!" Suspense builds as they investigate. Is it legit or a fancy imposter? Get ready for the ticking truth.
So, can you come back in about an hour? No problem. Perfect. I'll see you in about an hour. Thank you.
Picture our man playing Sherlock, sneakily starting the girl checking the watch. Instead of screams, laughter erupts. A mischievous symphony until the fun police arrive. An authoritative figure sternly commands, "Stop right there." Giggles turn into awkward coughs. Lesson learned. Messing with the timepiece police is no joke. They keep the watch world in check.
Somebody had it open. You can see how screwed up they made those screws.
Someone did have it open?
You can see.
Business clash. A dramatic drama unfolds as Mark, introducing himself, seeks business from the owner. Tension builds with background music, setting the stage for unexpected confrontations.
Clearwater, Florida, but I have family up here in Northville, and we're starting a towing company, recovery, impounding.
Mark pitches his towing business, convinced it's a better venture. The owner, unimpressed, rejects the offer, leading to a clash of perspectives and business philosophies.
Well, things happen.
We don't have that problem because we have fences around the building.
The owner dismisses Mark's proposal, asserting control over his domain.
Well, I'm going to give you some paperwork to sign.
I wouldn't sign anything because I don't need your services.
The comedy irony emerges as Mark persists, unaware of the futility of his attempts to sway the determined owner. The owner bluntly shuts down Mark's pitch, labeling it a shakedown.
Listen.
No, you listen. You are not coming into my business and trying to shake me down.
The dialogue becomes increasingly heated, with the owner refusing to entertain the supposed business opportunity.
What would you call it?
I call it a business opportunity.
I'm not interested.
Mark's exit is met with firm warnings from the owner. The situation ends humorously with a comment on Mark's nice car, injecting a light note after intense confrontations.
I'll be back.
If I were you, I wouldn't come back.
Whatever.
The gym brawl. So, watch this hulking bodybuilder guy, all muscles and bravado, strutting into a pawn shop with this wrecked workout thing that looked like it went through a blender. He was like a peacock on protein, thinking he set up a magic muscle worm. The shopkeeper, a guy with a face as serious as a freshly waxed dumbbell, raised an eyebrow at the smashed up widget on the counter.
Hey man, I need to talk to somebody about this. This piece of junk I bought in here just a couple days ago don't work now, it's broken.
Check out this masterpiece, our bodybuilder buddy declared, pointing dramatically at his broken workout thing. It's so messed up. I swear it's doing reverse squats by itself. The shopkeeper, squinting at the wreckage, deadpanned. Reverse squats, huh? Must be the newest gym craze.
This thing obviously couldn't handle what I was doing on it, so 2 days later it don't even work, so.
But our muscle hero was not giving up. Leaning over the counter, he claimed, "I want my money back."
How about you just get my money, and then we won't have any more problems with this, but I need my money back.
This thing's more of a comedy show than a workout. The shopkeeper, trying not to crack a smile, said, "Well, it's a one-of-a-kind piece, guaranteed to break the ice at any gym."
Or what?
Or what? There's gonna be a problem. How about
what
that?
kind of problem is there gonna be?
Oh no, that's like a WWE scene. Our bodybuilder flexed his words and shoved the shopkeeper. "Give me my money or I'll turn you into a cardio machine for a month." And just like that, the pawn shop turned into a wrestling ring.
Don't touch.
Come on, come on, man, let's go.
The shopkeeper, unexpectedly nimble, fought back and chaos replaced. It was like two sumo wrestlers battling for the last protein bar. Trying to play hero, two guards materialized out of thin air. They grabbed our bodybuilder and his busted gear, dragging them out.
We got you. Bring a few more. All we needed was two. All y'all out.
Our muscle dude flailed around, still demanding his refund like a sad, deflated balloon. The pawn shop went back to normal.
That's it, my man. Bring a few more.
Here's your machine, buddy.
The art of negotiation. So let's see this guy walking into a pawn shop, allowing him to be the next big art dealer with a painting put away under his arm. He's giving off major, "I'm gonna hit the jackpot" vibes. The shopkeeper, with a sneaky grace of a cat burglar, checks out the painting like it's the Mona Lisa 2.0. Our confident guy also spins this wild tale about how the painting formerly belonged to Napoleon's pet goldfish, or some other crazy story.
So what you got?
I've got a painting from Peter Max.
An original painting?
Well, I got into a silent auction.
The shopkeeper, poker-faced like a pro, goes, intriguing. You can virtually see dollar signs in his eyes as he dreams of making a fortune. Now comes the big moment. Confident guy bravely says, "I want $3,000 for this masterpiece."
Let's see if she can close a deal.
Yeah, what is the bottom line?
3,000.
No way.
The shopkeeper, still all mysterious and cool, smirks and says, "I can do 1,500, or you can hit the road."
1,500 and we got a deal.
It's like a Western showdown, but with money instead of guns. It's a take it or leave it situation. The confident guy, looking a bit less sure of himself, decides to pull a classic move, pretending to discuss it with his imaginary art expert friend. Maybe it's an unnoticeable chum with an art degree. While our hero is deep in discussion with his invisible art critic, the shopkeeper, beaming like a Cheshire cat, decides to up the figure.
I know there's a market for it.
So $1,500 I think is pretty good. They need to take the money and run.
He counts out $1,500, slams it on the counter as if to say, "Take the cash and run, chum," or say farewell to the deal of a lifetime.
$1,500.
All right. In the end, the confident guy, now looking further confused than confident, grabs the cash and virtually sprints out of the shop. And that is how a pawn shop turned into a comedy stage, starring Mr. Confident, the mysterious shopkeeper, and an oil with a Napoleon-connected goldfish. Art, my friends, might be priceless, or at least worth $1,500.
Peter Max.
Seat showdown comedy. In a strange pawn shop turned into an airplane seat sale, things got wild when a gutsy and unusual woman decided to turn the whole event into a comedy show. Picture her like a sneaky cat strolling over to a chair and ignoring the "don't sit" sign as if it were garbage. It was as if your rebellious grandma suddenly took center stage, tossing caution and posters to the wind. Then in comes the lady running the shop, armed with politeness and a simple request for the lady to give up the seat. Little did she know she was about to get into a funny showdown with our cool and calm customer. The woman, looking super confident and mischievous, said, "Just let me be," treating the chair like her personal throne.
Okay, these are for sale. We don't have like a trial and error.
Okay, well, I'm not trying to buy them. I'm just trying to try them out.
As if that was not funny enough, the secret guards jumped into the blend. The shopkeeper, determined to bring order back, tried nicely to get the bold woman out of her comfy spot. But our fearless main character was not having it, bravely declaring, "You cannot make me move."
And what you can do is leave me the alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then comes the guard trying to lift her off the seat. Suddenly, there's a big scene. The woman, now a pro at making a show, indicted the guard of bothering her and indeed threw in the surprise of claiming it was sexual harassment. The pawn shop turned into a stage for a solo performance, with our main character making up the script on the spot.
No, thank you.
You
No, you can get your hand up. Get your hands off of me. Get your hands off.
But the comedy did not stop there. Wanting to leave with a bang, our leading lady dramatically fell to the bottom, blaming the confused guard for pushing her. The shop, once a place for buying and selling, turned into a theater for a funny play where reality and silliness conflicted in the most hilarious way.
Girl,
You pushed me.
What? I didn't touch. Did I touch you?
And just like that, the woman in the pawn shop left everyone. Guard, shopkeeper, and onlooker scratching their heads, wondering if they had just witnessed the craziest pawn shop show ever.
I'm not going anywhere.
Do whatever you want.
And we can have a staring contest.
Joe Sofa Saga. In a pawn shop full of weird and wonderful things, a guy named Joe was on a mission for the perfect SETI. The man was on a tight budget, but his bullishness was as high as his hopes of chancing a hidden treasure among the fine furniture.
Well, here's the deal. I just moved from New Jersey. My wife and I. We just bought a house, and she sent me here. She said, "See what you can pick up."
Perfect. Let's find some.
He spotted a couch that looked like it had been through a lot. The man with a hopeful look asked the shopkeeper if they could clean it before he bought it. Little did the man know, this couch had a history. Spills, stains, and all sorts of weird stuff. The shopkeeper, trying not to burst into laughter, convinced the man it was a great deal without mentioning the hidden surprises.
So inexpensive, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, man, that's nasty.
Not giving up, the man confidently sat on the couch, comparing the dirt on it to his shoes.
I'll tell you what, my shoes are cleaner than this couch.
Then don't buy it.
With a serious face, he said, "I'm pretty sure my shoes are cleaner than this thing." He even tried to make a deal, $200 for the not-so-great couch.
$397.77. Really? Well, I only got $200.
It was a deal only Joe could find reasonable in the world of craziness. The real laughter started when this man, without thinking much, joked that if the couch were the shopkeeper's daughter, she must be a nasty one. The line between funny and awkward was getting blurry.
We had a reupholstered and I gave it to Ashley.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that your daughter?
That's my daughter.
She must be nasty, too.
Out of the blue, a guard, called in by the offended shopkeeper, rushed in like a superhero. Joe was lifted off the couch and thrown out of the store, leaving everyone laughing.
Yeah. Walk out. Walk out, my man.
The pawn shop adventure had ended, but the story of Joe and the not-so-clean couch was sure to be a tale told with giggles and grins for years to come.
Yes, sir.
Go someplace else.
That's the dirty D right there, baby.
Comic pawn shop confrontation. Okay, a man is coming towards the shop. Wait, what? Is he coming to have something from the pawn shop? The man asking about her daughter means how creepy it is.
Hello. I need to pick up some stuff for my daughter.
Is it in pawn?
Yes, ma'am.
Laughter begins. Everyone around is intrigued to know what had happened to this man. Oh, another man entered into the argument. Let's see what would happen. Man accusing the shop owners of stealing. How crazy this man is, constantly accusing them of being thieves.
No. I want the stuff.
Yeah, but without the ticket, we can't give it to you.
The man is constantly infuriating them and sees he has come out the carbon. Who knows what will be the end of this nonsense fight? Oh, they're about to have the piercing argument.
I'm here. I want the stuff now. And what's he gonna do?
The man called the guard to throw him out, but see, the man is not in control. He is constantly arguing and challenging them without knowing the fact of the danger he's really in. Oh God, he's challenging the massive guard! The guard stopped him and said, "Don't touch me," but the man was not understanding.
Hey, I ain't scared of him!
Is he serious?
Calling his death to come earlier. The guard, in his fur, sent the man out. The really funny moment for all because the stupid man in his arguments really put him into account.
Hey, you can't get... Hey, I want my stuff! I tell you what, big boy! Hey!
Battle for sanity. Well, folks, take a look at the pawn shop's front yard. It's like a bustling highway out there. The crowd has formed a lane longer than my grandma's stories. And guess what? The sanity levels are off the charts. It's like a contest for who can stay the sanest. Now, hold your horses because here comes the geniuses. These folks are more interested in the pawn shop than a cat in a laser light show.
Well, he's from California. Look at all these idiots.
They've gathered like it's the grand opening of the Pawn Shop Olympics. What's the big attraction, you ask? Maybe they're expecting a magic show, or perhaps the pawn shop secretly giving away free wisdom. Or, here's a wild thought, they're gearing up for a full-scale aggression mission against the poor souls inside. Watch out, world, we've got a pawn shop revolution on our hands. Stay tuned and remember, in the pawn shop chaos, sanity reigns supreme. Good luck, brave souls.
That's nuts.
Clueless heist hijinks. Well, howdy there, folks. We've got a Lone Ranger in the pawn shop, sipping on his secret drink like he's the king of mystery. Little does he know, he's the star of a hidden camera show. Talk about being clueless and camera shy. Hold your horses. Looks like our man might be plotting some grand heist, doing his best Sherlock impression. He's scouting the joint, probably trying to find the perfect spot for his not-so-genius plan. But wait, he's still in the game. What on earth is he searching for in the pawn shop? Maybe lost treasure for his car keys? The suspense is killing me. Oh dear, he's now at the other counter. This fella is like a headless chicken wandering around without a purpose. Somebody give him a map or a snack at least. Buckle up, folks. Our wannabe detective just upgraded to a full-blown thief. Watch him waltzing around planning the perfect crime, and bingo! He pulls off a smooth exit, leaving the scene like he just won a game of hide-and-seek. Hold your belly laughs, our genius thief is back on camera, sneakily hiding his loot in his trousers. Smooth moves, my friend, smooth moves. And there he goes, strolling out of the pawn shop like he's won the lottery. Thinks he's the mastermind of the century, leaving behind a trail of stolen goods and a whole lot of laughs. What a character. Antique computers.
Have a good day.
You ready?
Wonderful.
So much. You too.
Two tech-savvy grandpas strut into a pawn shop, seeking a fortune for antique computers. Instead, they're hit with a vintage rejection.
Bastards, you can't give me a...
When one grandpa clumsily breaks a computer, he pulls a move straight from the sitcom handbook. Accidental comedy at its finest.
Now you could have that. Put it in the
Oops, one grandpa accidentally smashes a computer, blaming the seller. He theatrically tosses it toward the dumpster, thinking it's a mic drop moment. The seller, the true comedy connoisseur, chuckles at the failed dramatic exit. Here comes the queen of sass. A lady emerges roasting the old hillbillies and offering them an A-grade exit. She declares her reign over Detroit toughness and leaves them pondering a future career in comedy security. Cue laughter. Exit stage left. Ex-couple.
Hello. Hi, how are you? I'm good, how are you? I'm fine. I'm actually looking to pawn these 2 watches.
In a pawn shop, a young couple walked in to sell 2 watches. Ashley, the shop owner, greeted them.
You guys dating, married?
Was engaged, but not anymore.
When she asked about their relationship, the boy explained they used to be engaged, but are now exes because both of them cheated on each other.
Okay, so you want to sell them, correct?
Yes.
And how much were you looking for?
Despite their turbulent exchange, Ashley inquired about the watch's value.
This one I am not interested in because we don't take this brand.
You'll take that brand.
Ashley noticed the watch's flaws, and when the girl mentioned a particular brand, the boy claimed it was fake.
You are more than welcome, to leave that here and we can send it out to get the crystal replaced.
As Ashley attempted to facilitate the watch sale, the ex-couple's argument escalated.
Oh, what's she talking to?
We ain't got all
You
day.
talking to him? No, you weren't. Shut up.
The situation took an unexpected turn.
You never had no life before me.
I won't.
You never had no life before me.
Girl slapped the boy, turning the pawn shop into a battleground of emotions.
Had no life before me.
Let's go.
Let me go.
Let's go.
Let me go.
The situation escalated post-slap as the boy, fueled by anger, forcefully dragged the girl outside.
I walk outside and the lady comes back for her watches. I wish you luck.
Ashley returned the watches to girl by going toward them and wishes them good luck. Shark costume. A fantastic character, half man, half shark, enters a pawn shop.
Yeah, I'm a professional mascot during the daytime. At night, I'm a dancer.
Claiming to be a daytime mascot and a nighttime dance sensation.
$800, that's all I want.
This guy is so bizarre.
Les, skeptical, questions the shark man about his $900 financial request, leaving the room stunned.
Don't they have those in Halloween costume stores?
Les dismisses an awesome shark costume as a Halloween costume, but Rick takes it on, turning the pawn shop into a makeshift underwater comedy club, despite Ashley's rejects due to an unpleasant odor.
See? It works. $800.
Les, a pawn shop owner, is captivated by a customer who demands $800.
You're missing a speeder.
Oh my God.
But when he reveals his naked self, Les's jaw drops.
Hey, where's Ashley going with the naked guy?
Tom, between amusement and disbelief, Les performs the quickest eviction in pawn shop history, leaving the customer high and dry. Ching Chong TV.
Girlfriend's about to fly back home without me. I have no money. It's the only way I'm gonna be able to go.
Right.
I want $200 for it.
200 for that?
A hat-wearing kid strolls into a pawn shop, hoping to score $200 for his TV. The seller, feeling frugal, counters with a generous $15.
What brand is that?
Ching Chong.
The boy, trying to lighten the mood, drops a Ching Chong brand joke, turning a place into a comedy club for skeptical sellers.
200 for that?
Yeah.
Never gonna happen. 13-inch TVs are selling for $15.
Our persistent TV peddler keeps pushing for more cash for his 13-inch marvel, but the savvy seller sticks to his guns at $15.
Come on, please. I don't want to get stuck in a tray.
The boy, desperate to impress his TV-loving girlfriend, gets sadder than a clown without his makeup.
Girlfriend's about to fly back home without me. I have no money. It's the only way I'm gonna be able to go.
Right.
I want $200 for it.
200 for that?
The seller, unamused, directs him out, ensuring love won't cost him more than $15 today. In a fit of frustration, our TV tosser storms out, giving the shop a kicking and throwing his TV into a dumpster like it's a basketball shot gone wrong. The seller, shaken but not stirred, mutters, "Idiot," and commands him to exit.
You're gonna make me leave?
Pretty much.
Get the f out of here. Get off my property.
Asserting his control over the TV tossing theatrics. It's a dumpster diving comedy masterpiece in 3 acts. Brain, not brawn.
I got a loan on my wife's ring.
Yeah?
And when I first started coming here, I got a VIP card. I got more on the loan. Now you guys put me to a gold card, and I get nothing out of it.
A bald customer, frustrated over a loan on his wife's ring, seeks resolution from the manager over a VIP card upgrade and the perceived lack of benefits. Tensions rise as they discuss the situation.
No, the VIP is the gold. They're both one the same. We offer a promotion at American Joy and Loan. It's called a Gold Card membership. It gets more money in people's pockets if they want to get a loan and allows you to save money if you want to buy something.
The pawn shop employee tries to explain the gold card system's benefits, but the customer remains frustrated.
I am hearing you, but you're not listening to me.
Tensions rise as the employee insists on the procedure, leading to anger, questioning, and physical comparisons.
You think this is funny?
I don't think it's funny. I think that there's something wrong when you start hitting your head against the side of the window.
Creating an atmosphere of animosity and miscommunication.
What are you going to do about it?
I'm not going to do anything about it.
What are you going to do about it?
The customer and employee engage in verbal sparring, escalating tensions.
Whatever I have to.
You need to get out of my face, bro.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me scoot back.
Really?
The guard asserts their position, urging the customer to step back. The customer refuses, escalating the confrontation, leaving the atmosphere charged with hostility and unresolved conflict.
Hell no. You want some?
Whatever you got to bring.
Come on.
The customer's unwelcome invitation intensifies, leading to an unresolved atmosphere.
Hello. That's what I thought.
The customer's confrontational tone suggests a potential fight, escalating tension and the possibility of a physical altercation. Volkswagen van.
Good.
I'm Les.
John.
What the hell is it?
This is a 1968 Volkswagen van owned by Dr. Death, Jack Kevorkian.
Hold on to your seats. A 1968 Volkswagen van, once owned by Dr. Death, rolls into the pawn shop. Les is on the case, exploring this piece of history. Weirdness level maximum.
I have everything documented.
How much do you want for this thing?
I'm looking to get in the 6 figures.
The seller dreams of 6 figures for the van, but reality check.
20 grand?
No.
25 grand.
Negotiations go from 20 grand to a wild coin flip for 30 grand. Les, you mad genius.
Oh my God. My dad's gonna leave everything a chance on a $20,000 coin flip? What are you doing?
Seth and Ashley can't believe Les's coin flip antics. He's risking 20 grand just for a chance at 30 grand. The drama unfolds like a high-stakes comedy.
Heads.
Les, you wild card. The coin flip drama continues, with drum roll and laughter.
Heads.
Nails it in.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Good deal.
The van deal is sealed at 20 grand, leaving everyone amused and baffled. What a ride!
No question. I proved to my kids I still got it.
Les, the coin flipping legend, celebrates his 20 grand win. Laughter echoes as the deal concludes. The van's bizarre journey adds a hilarious chapter to pawn shop history. Ring drama.
So what can I help you with today?
I got this ring right here. I wanted to get it appraised, see how much it might be worth.
Hey, listen up, people. Commodity Wild just happened at the original pawn shop. Imagine this dude who looks like he just rocked out at a concert stepping in, holding a ring that has probably seen more action than a library book. The crazy twist? He's not there to show it like a rock star. He's trying to sell the thing.
I also wanted to know how much you guys will give me for it. Like as a pawn, and then I pay it back.
Okay, when I give you an appraisal, that's not how much I'm gonna give you in pawn.
So he's all proud, telling the pawnbroker how this ring is worth a ton of money, when, out of nowhere, a lady burst in like a storm.
What the are you doing?
She's on a mission to figure out why her precious ring is about to be someone else's fancy jewelry. Cue the dramatic music, folks.
Why'd you take my ring?
Well, I wanted to see how much it was worth.
Bull.
Now, our rock star wannabe is caught red-handed, dealing with an angry lady dead set on getting her shiny thing back. It's like a soap piece crashing into a rock concert, and the pawn shop is the main stage.
I just wanted to know how much it was worth, that's all.
You're a liar. Why'd you take my ring?
I'm sorry.
What?
Things get intense as the lady slaps the crazy guy not once, but twice. Then suddenly, the whole place goes silent. You could hear a leg drop, or in this case, a ring hitting the counter. The other people in the pawn shop are stunned, wondering if they accidentally walked into a live reality TV show.
You're a idiot. Can I just have my ring?
Well,
Yeah,
he's
it's
the one that
hers.
gave it to me.
It's hers.
Just give me my ring.
Our lady does not waste any time. She grabs the ring back, making it clear her bling is off limits.
Right now.
The embarrassed and confused rock star lookalike gets pushed out of the pawn shop by the triumphant lady. There you have it, folks, a ridiculous blend, up and a super dramatic autumn at the pawn shop. Turns out the real treasures are not just the bones for trade. Who would have allowed pawn shops could be this amusing? Stay tuned for the coming occasion of pawned out drama. Clown Prince. In a small pawn shop on the corner of Chuckles Street and Guffaw Avenue, things got really funny one day. A guy walked in with so much makeup on his face that he looked like he just stepped out of a play. The shopkeeper, who was used to weird stuff, tried hard not to laugh as the man approached, sporting a rainbow wig that seemed to stay on by magic.
I need to sell this earring because my little red Corvette broke down.
Oh, no kidding.
Absolutely.
Wow.
The man, looking mischievous, whipped out a fancy earring from his pocket and showed it off with a big dramatic gesture. The shopkeeper, holding back a laugh, checked out the earring like it was some royal treasure.
You know who I am, right?
No. Who are you?
You don't know who I am.
But actually, it looked more like a toy you'd find in a cereal box than something fit for a king.
1,000.
I'm just asking for 1,000 just to get my limo.
No. That's not real.
You're gonna help me out. Excuse me?
That's a real earring, but it's not real diamond.
Are you kidding me?
Ignoring the fact that the earring was probably fake, the guy started dancing like he was the star of his own circus.
Prince, right?
Prince, absolutely.
Wow.
He even gave himself a royal title, calling himself Prince. The shopkeeper, now thoroughly entertained, clapped along as the guy did his goofy dance. With a cheeky smile, Prince claimed the earring was a super precious diamond passed down from his clown ancestors. The shopkeeper played along, giving praise to this pretend royal jewel, while secretly thinking it would make a great prop in a comedy act. As the funny business came to an end, Prince, not ready to leave without a big finish, spun back to the counter and started another round of funny moves. The shopkeeper and his assistant struggled to hold in their laughter, tears rolling down their faces as the wacky prince danced out the floor, leaving behind a funny feeling that stuck around even after the rainbow wig was out of sight. Boss's TV fiasco. Hey everyone, gather around because something straight out of a funny TV show just happened at the local electronics store. Imagine this. The big boss barges in like a storm on way too much coffee.
Didn't I tell you guys to restock the TV shelf? Didn't you see I was just with a crazy customer?
Yelling about wanting to grab some TVs. I mean, who does not suddenly crave a TV spree, right? Now, the poor workers are stuck between a rock and a high-tech place and cannot take the boss seriously. I mean, who could? It's like the boss watched too many action movies and thought today was the day to be an action hero with innocent flat screens.
I gave you a job to do and you didn't do it?
Dad, you told us we were like little kids. How does a baby know how to do inventory?
But stay, there's a twist. The main character, the boss, realizes things are serious and decides he needs backup. So, what does he do? Grabs his assistant like they're partners in a buddy cop movie.
Hey, you know what? The hell with it. I'm gonna do it myself. Bobby J, do me a favor. We need to go pull some TVs.
To help with this crazy TV mission. Because obviously snagging TVs is a job for a dynamic brace.
Ash, Seth, right now. Right now.
What?
Right now. Let's just went down.
What?
Let's went down.
But wait, there's more sitcom gold. Out of nowhere, another assistant rushes over to the boss's kids looking really upset. Why?
Just went down.
What?
Let's went down.
Dad, you all right?
Well, turns out the master is now on the floor. Yep, the guy who was on a TV conquest is now chilling on the cold floor of the electronics aisle.
We have an emergency here.
What happened? Did he say something hurt?
No, he didn't say anything. We're pulling TVs.
They call emergency services because apparently this is not just a shopping spree. It's a full-blown crisis. And then comes the ambulance. The daughter dramatically points at the approaching rescue vehicle, as if it's the hero cavalry coming to save the day.
My dad's always been the strongest person I know, and right now he's completely helpless.
I can nearly hear the wacky sitcom music playing in the background. It's so crazy, snaggletooth, and, well, just another day in the unpredictable sitcom that's real life. Stay tuned for the coming episode. People more adventurous with the boss and his search for TVs are coming your way. Crazy Store Comedy.
What's up, Grandpa? Where's your costume at?
There.
Corey, that's not a costume.
In a super silly store, there's this hilarious pair that could out-funny any comedy show. Watch this, an old grandpa wearing a hat that is seen way too many times, with a black band covering one eye. Right beside him is his son, with a hairband that seems to have its own crazy magnetic pull. A mix of colors that should not make sense on air.
What?
So, a regular customer walks in thinking they're just here for a normal shopping trip. Little did they know, a comedy explosion was about to happen. The first person they notice is the son, and they burst into laughter. "What on earth are you trying to be?" they ask, still giggling from the unexpected fun.
What are you supposed to be?
It's obvious I'm Justin Bieber, America's heartthrob.
With a serious face, the son proudly says, "I'm claiming to be Justin Bieber, the American singing sensation." The secret? It's all in the hair. The customer laughs even more, realizing these two are a riot.
Roy Rogers? I'm Rooster Cogburn from True Grit.
But the real comedy star is Grandpa, strutting around like a rooster king. Feathery hat, confident crowing, he is turning heads. The customer, almost out of breath from laughing, asks, "What is your grandpa pretending to be?" Slightly holding back laughter, the son answers, "He is the legendary Rooster Kern. Shows up once in a lifetime to make people laugh."
Go yourself. Antoine, what are you supposed to be?
The world's biggest baby.
Just when effects seem crazy enough, another character appears, a guy dressed like the world's biggest baby. The customer, nearly crying from horse laugh, realizes they have hit the jackpot of comedy. In this shop of customer craziness, laughter is the currency. These funny characters are the kings of comedy, making everyone laugh and showing that occasionally the best service is the one that comes with a big dose of funny. Pawn Shop Riddles.
Look how stupid this question on Pawn Stars is.
In this hilarious rant, the speaker dissects a seemingly absurd question about fake items in a pawn shop.
A over 1,000, B over 5,000, or C over 10,000.
The logic behind the options A, B, and C is dissected with comedic frustration.
Well, if the answer is C, the answer's also A and B. Because if it's over 10,000, it's also over 5,000, it's also over 1,000.
The speaker expresses disdain for the question, claiming that if the answer is C, then A and B are also correct.
I mean, most of the shit that comes into the pawn shop has got to be fake. They've been in business for years and years and years.
The absurdity of the question and the presumed obviousness of the answer are highlighted.
God, what a stupid question.
The speaker ridicules the question's simplicity, asserting that there's no way to get it wrong. The tone is sarcastic as they emphasize the lack of challenge in the question. Anticipation builds as the speaker eagerly awaits the genius-revealed answer. The expectation is set for a straightforward solution to the seemingly senseless question. The speaker's reaction is a mix of frustration and amusement as the answer confirms the over 10,000 scenario. The comedic exasperation with the question's lack of complexity is evident. That's all for our video. We hope you liked it. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos like this. Share it with your family and friends. See you next time.
I mean, most of the shit that comes into the pawn shop has got to be fake. They've been in business for years and years and years. God, what a stupid question.